the worst looking trackies I've ever worn.
Sexy dance, Gus.
Got it.
Shit, he is.
Look at that. Look at that one.
Semi-automatic, carbine, fucking whatever.
Do butt stuff. Don't ever try and do the front stuff.
No.
Do butt stuff?
I did.
Oh, they're cool.
Oh my god.
Look at those shorts.
Feet, Nick, feet.
No one can smell me.
Count for
No
me.
one can smell.
Some mornings, you and I look like attractive under morning. Like,
Don't throw Nick on the bus.
no, I'm going to say this. Nick.
I'll do a clap for when you.
Yeah,
for when you.
good. And go.
No, it's like
One clap for 8 hammers.
Look at that. Look at that one. A very normal size. It's Thursday, the 23rd of September, and you're watching Back Pocket coming at you live from the Loki Studios, starring Gus Ronald, Steph Ben Dixon, Peter Burns. It's Little Will, special guest star Scotty, and I'm your host Nick Richardson. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show tonight, and my goodness, I'm so glad we got this show started before my son goes to bed in the next room. Oh. That was very, very loud. Gus, you demanded to go first today. How are you?
I did not demand to go first. It's just
You
how
made a
this
big
tends-
stink.
No, I was like, it used to go this way, and that's how it can go. It can change up. We can make things different. Will?
Perhaps we should introduce everybody in alphabetical order to make sure that it's fair, Gus.
Angus, it is.
Can I point out that the only reason we did that other bit just now was to tidy up the intro where we're like, no, it just turns into something a bit loose. And you immediately derailed it, guys.
Yeah, look, it was bound to happen. I mean, if we kept it on track, I'd be like, well, thank you, Nicholas, for asking. It's been a wonderful week thus far, and I'm so glad I can be here this evening. Peter? Oh, next to me, Stephanie? Sorry, no.
Oh my god.
We're not doing it. We're not doing that.
What's with the new... What's this thing in the chat that I'm seeing? What's this Rose Halliwell
Hype
13,
train?
15? No, this big
I think it's just
gift.
it's highlighting people who are gifting subs and stuff.
That's so
Right.
nice. But it's
It's
just
nice.
so big. Are you guys
It's
seeing
nice,
it
yeah.
so big?
It was big in mine. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And also,
That's a
is
thing.
this something to do with the what we can do with the points, the channel points? Because I streamed the other night, I did a game club, and people just kept telling me to hydrate, and I'm not sure if that's a new thing or the only thing people can do. But I needed to pee by the end of my stream because I was very hydrated.
I am very much looking forward to watching that intro back.
Look at all these redemptions.
This is gin and tonic, so that's going to be a weird stream.
This
You
is
spoke
water.
and the people have answered, Gus.
Don't blow all your points.
They've got 1 million of them.
Yeah.
We should make hydrate like 10,000 points.
It's true. Which
Yeah.
is, that's going to get really annoying. Don't remind me to drink. I know I can drink. I'm looking forward to watching the intro back because I could only see out of the corner of my eye because I was half looking at the camera and half looking at the script. But I don't know about Gus. About Pete, Steph, and Will. But Gus was already in turned position.
Yeah.
Were you
Well,
guys already in weird
conversation
positions?
I was like having the conversation
okay, right.
when I saw that, and
Yeah.
I did the two turn.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Right,
yeah.
okay,
We've made a
nice,
huge
nice.
mistake turning those.
No, I just did the classic sitcom
Things
spin.
on.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I
I
like
like
that
the
Gus.
whole chair.
Yeah.
Gus is the only one here who who often references to the fact that no one else is
No
in
one
his
is.
house, and you're the only one having a conversation.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's surreal.
Oh,
Why don't we
God.
hydrate?
Okay,
I'll hydrate,
so
I'll hydrate.
can we all just agree that can everyone just have a drink? Will, you're wearing a phenomenal shirt. I need
Fabulous.
you to sip
Looks great.
something so that these people shut up,
Sip a
because
bit.
otherwise,
Yep.
the chat
Yep.
is useless.
Yeah, the chat is it has been co-opted with people who just want us to pee a lot, I think.
Clever Source says, I hope you all drown. What a way to get us started. Thank you.
Nice.
I assume Clever Resource is talking to all the people saying hydrate and not to us. Girl Poke has redeemed hydrate like 12 times. Okay, cool.
We gotta give them something to spend those points on that isn't hydrate.
That's true.
There's like 3 other things they could be picking.
Everyone just highlight your messages. Everything you say is important. So
Yeah.
I believe you should do that.
Agreed.
Welcome to the
unraveling?
show, everybody. Huh?
Are we unraveling week by week, or is this just what happens now? Like, because we would do this on set too. Like, things get our hand on set when we were back in the studio, but I feel like they're getting weirder each week.
I feel like we're stuck
feel
in
like you should hydrate,
a
guys.
weird kind of purgatory dream where every day is the same but slightly different, and we've all been here in these boxes for 4 months. And any time we think we're not in these boxes, it's an illusion.
Got Deathloop.
Thank you for completing the level 5 hype train.
Yeah, appreciate
Green
it.
Tornado with the final
well done, Green
gift
Tornado.
subs. What a
Gus
hero.
got a gifted sub in that list.
Oh my
Well done,
goodness,
Green.
congratulations.
Congratulations, Gus.
Time to hydrate. Time to send my hydrate points. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Will, that is a great shirt.
It's such a good shirt,
you.
Will. It's
Yeah.
such a good shirt. Where did you get it?
Can you
Where-
give us a 12?
Where did
on
it
your
come
shirt?
from?
Only to a point because I'm only wearing shorts, but here it is. Here it is.
And plug in headphones. So
Okay, and then I have to go halfway. Yeah. 'cause
do the other
I've got to that
way.
way. There you go. Full 360.
Seems to be a
Nice.
new bit.
Lovely.
The applause
Yeah.
for fashion.
Where is
Yeah,
your
you cut
where
it
is your
this-
shirt
you
from?
cut it
When
this one.
where would one find a shirt like
I
that?
feel like this is a Dangerfield number. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
this is what this is.
Yeah, I can see that.
Dangerfield. Oh
Yeah.
my
Nice.
god, memories.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was where I shopped in my
God.
20s
We've made a
too.
huge mistake.
Me too.
I feel like Will needs extra credit for today without making any big calls or spoilers. Will was asked today to just like film some pickups for something on a green screen. We will give more details later on next week. And it was like, cool, just quickly get us something. I got a green screen clip back with, I think, 5 different outfits, each more fabulous than the
Oh,
last. So I was
Jerry.
like...
Will doesn't do things by half measures, so
I can't help it. It's a curse.
Damn right.
And no one has said anything nice about my new official Daniel Ricciardo merch.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Look at the
somebody was
lovely
asking in the
hoodie.
chat if if it's pink or if
white.
if the light is casting a pink
Yeah.
glow on a white shirt.
Lovely. It is pink.
It's a delicious pink. It's a
You're the new
delicious-
green and gold dress.
Ricardo is the pink
I
master.
love that it's pink. I love that.
What's on the back?
Very
Anything?
cool.
Lovely. What's on the back?
More pink.
Oh, it's so pink back there.
It's nice, simple,
Thank you very much. Yep,
very
thank
cool.
you. I bought it literally as he crossed the finish line.
Is the pink just is the pink just one they had, or is it a reference to any team thing or something, or is it just they had a pink
He's
one? and
he's
you liked it?
McLaren, so McLaren
That's
is
his-
orange, but then Verstappen is Dutch, and the Dutch national color is also orange.
orange.
So it's
Yes, it
very
is.
confusing. I don't
so
know where the pink
confusing.
comes from. I think he probably just likes it.
Daniel Ricciardo is pink.
Just a cool guy.
Nick, do you have a comment on do you like the pink one? Is that
I
like
fucking love the pink one.
Good.
I wouldn't have picked anything else. Anything else. Excuse me. All right. Should we jump on with the show? Because I feel like this is the part of the show where I go.
I never get to hear that. I never hear it.
I don't know if anyone actually hears it. Because
Yeah.
I'm using
Just-
the same
just-
microphone input for VMix as well.
just dogs?
Does chat hear it? Does chat hear the full?
Chat, you
Just
hear
saying.
it? Oh, they do. They do. Okay, good.
Oh, okay, cool.
I mean, you're not missing too much. You're just missing a high-pitched squeal. So there you go. That's it. We can hear it. Good. Okay. It's been a week, and that week has been filled with video games for most of us. And I want to start off with Peter Burns because I feel like you've been playing.
would.
I would. I mean, Gus got the beginning of the show. You've been playing something hotly anticipated. I've been playing a little bit as well. And delayed, but it's now in our hands. What is it?
Sure is. It is Kena. Bridge of Spirits.
Kena.
We were calling it Kena for a long time. Kena for a long time, but it's actually Kena, Bridge of Spirits.
Kenna. Well, you would think it would be a double N if it was Kenna.
Yeah, but I don't know. It doesn't read as Kena to me either. And that's basically my whole
That's
opinion
all we
on the
have
game.
to say about this, isn't it?
Great, Gus.
No, it is spectacular. It's gorgeous. It is a wonderful adventure game that feels lifted straight out of the late noughties, mid-late noughties. It's really, really, really cool. I think it's like, I don't know if I had my expectations tempered before I went in. I think it does pretty much nail what I expected of it, which is quite a focused story adventure game. It's quite linear. The hubs have enough to do to keep you interested, but you always feel like you're moving down the path of progress, and the story's being told to you. It's very much a story game. It's been made by Ember Labs and self-published as well, and they kind of made a name for themselves like 10, 15 years ago
Mask thing?
when they made a Majora's Mask animation that was just divine.
It was like it was all about the Skull Kid getting Majora's Mask, and it was that beautiful, like, compared to 64, it was just like so detailed and had so many amazing particles, and everyone was like, this has to be a movie or do something with it. And clearly they took the right step and made their own thing.
Yeah, so they decided to make a game from being an animation studio, which is quite a leap, obviously, but the animation studio is very much still the core of what they are, based on what I've experienced of Kena about a third of the way into it.
Which is what, like 2 hours? 2.5 hours?
3 and
hours?
a bit.
3 hours, okay.
Yeah. I've beat the first boss of what it has been set up to be 3 kind of bosses, as far as this, like, the kind of story beats are concerned. The animations are just so amazing. They're like Disney quality. I found on PC the playback of them is a little rough. Like, there's definitely like tearing and stuff. They're 60 frame animations, videos, and I'm not using VSync, so that the frame rate's unlocked here, and then it's like there's like, I assume that's where the tearing is coming into it.
They're 60 frame because they're not 60 frames on PlayStation. The video.
What are they?
It goes
Are
down
they 30?
to 30. Yeah,
right.
It's 60
Maybe
frame
they're
gameplay,
30.
but it goes
Maybe they're
down to
30,
yeah.
and it's unlocked outside of that, and it's probably locked on PS5.
Is it in, are those cutscenes, because I've been watching them back and forth switch between gameplay, are they in engine? Because like after playing something like Ratchet and Clank, I can't work out anymore.
They're not in engine.
They're pre-rendered. Yeah.
The engine itself is like, again, the worlds are small enough, but so detailed that they've made the engine look like the animation. Very close. It's like it's just stunning.
Yeah.
The story's about bridging the gap, like helping ghosts basically move on, spirits move on, and I think it's really sweetly told. It feels simple, but really nicely portrayed. There's a lot of beauty in all of the design choices they've made and the storytelling choices they've made. I think there's some great performances. And again, all the adventure mechanics come together to make it a really, really nice experience. I've got a couple of problems with it, but I don't know if Nick, what's your experience been with it so far?
So I've played a bit less than you. I've probably played like an hour and a half.
Yep.
And I would say that I would describe the game as quite boring. I was quite underwhelmed by it, actually. It feels very slight to me. It just feels like, you're so right that it feels like I wish there was a little less animation studio and a little more game studio making this game. That you're kind of thrown into this world, and it feels like you're kind of you're already in the middle of a thing. And oftentimes I really like that about the idea of not a lot of ponderous setup and whatever. But it kind of feels like, I'm like, did I skip a couple of levels? I'm just here in this thing, she's already having conversations with people, and I don't really know. Like, there's literally one paragraph of setup about how like there's like people who bridge the spirit world to help spirits move on, and then you're kind of just in it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Maybe it's not like a really great story game. And then I just found the gameplay to be quite pixel huntery a lot of the time. I felt like I was just wandering around looking for things most of the time. The conceit with the rot, the little creature things, you got to find them, and then when you find a certain amount, they help you like heal these areas. And they're also, you can send them to help you solve little puzzles and stuff. But you need to collect these things, and collecting them is just like basically pinging out that spirit blast that you just saw there. And then it'll highlight one, and then you go and collect it. And in this first area, I missed the first one. I went and found the 4 others, and then I'm just kind of like running around that area,
Stuck.
just pinging this button, trying to find it to pick something up, and and then so I kind of was like, oh, okay, and then when I got into the next area with the village, you get this pair of like glasses that helps you detect spirit creatures. I was like, great, okay, cool. So that problem won't be a problem anymore because I won't be running around pinging things. And I put the glasses on, and then I can't move. And it's like, oh, you can only, to look through the glasses, you have to stop, put the glasses on, and then you can turn around, but you can't actually move anywhere. So it's like, okay, well, technically this is more annoying than pinging now. So I'm just going to go back to the ping system.
They're not really designed to help you find those little things, really. It's more of a story thing that it's like how to progress down the narrative of the person that this mask belongs to.
Yes, sorry, it is a mask, not glasses.
I was going to say glasses is such a one, like, here, welcome to the spirit world, put these right down.
Yeah, no,
but it's like the first thing
the
first thing it gets you to do is find one of the rot with it. And so it's like, oh, okay, cool. It's kind of like a tool for that, but it's really not. It's kind of just like, it becomes part of the beats of the story that play out as you kind of like find more stuff. Yes, it's very like 64 PlayStation in that way, in that there's never an objective marker on your screen. There is on your map. It's like you can go here, but you need to work out how to kind of traverse to there. But it's never like you miss this thing back there, go and get it. Which I like.
It feels like, I mean,
I can see your frustration with that, but I think it's because the worlds are so small. I found that too. I was like, man, if I had missed this, I didn't miss it for long. But it's like, if I had missed this for a while, I could see this being frustrating.
I guess it's just for me. There was just like, it's just finding. It's not like I'm stumped on a puzzle. I'm not, and I might be later. Like like I said, I'm only an hour and a half in. But everything I've done so far has kind of just been like really obvious, but just I had to be in the right spot to get the thing, and so it didn't feel like I was really exploring a world. I was just like running around in this area, going, okay, like what's this thing now that I need to do? Because it's quite linear. Like it feels like it should be more open. Not should be, but like it feels like it would be looking at this, but it's actually like quite corridory.
You mentioned in the game plan as we led up to this that you were kind of looking forward to this being a fairly linear, fairly focused adventure. So I wonder if that is your expectation going into that, and that is why you're probably getting more. You have played more, and Nick, the things you're touching on are things to do with wider worlds and more things to do. That this game kind of looks like it was promising from the first trailer, but it is.
I don't think it's that. It's just like there are just things that are old game design.
Yeah, it does
things that haven't
like
it just hasn't evolved to the point that other games similar to this have. But
you're enjoying that, and you played Banjo-Kazooie the other month.
Totally.
I also think this is heaps better than.
It feels like this is the kind of. Sorry.
I was just saying, I feel like this is heaps better at creating a cohesive world than a lot of things that are maybe more modern in their design.
Oh yeah,
shits all over other things in that way, but is maybe like totally lacking some experience in game design from the studio.
No, everything needs to be a giant hub open world area that you explore and
again, it's not even that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you're enjoying that, because that's kind of what it sounds like you were ready to play with this.
It feels like the kind of game that is critically not reviewing well because it doesn't have a lot of originality to it. Really?
Yeah,
I saw it. I mean, maybe I just saw a couple of reviews.
I've seen mixed. Yeah,
I've seen pretty mixed.
I think the Metacritic's still 88 or something like that. Like it's as good as Deathloop according to like
that system's flawed. Okay, Deathloop's a 90.
Well, what I was going to say is that the audience score is super high. So it feels like people are going into this with a particular expectation of this being a game that is inspired by more retro adventure platformer type games, and seem to be totally happy with that. And the fact that it looks so beautiful and the sentiment behind the game and the story is like enough to create something that people are really enjoying, in spite of the fact that it's not doing anything particularly new, or it feels like a game from 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's just super. All the sum of its parts are way greater than what the game is. Mm-hmm. The music is beautiful. The art is incredible.
Yeah, the
world feels lovely. Interacting with the world feels good, even when it is in a simple way. But my biggest problem with it is that there's very simple puzzles. Like in my head, I feel like while I'm playing, I feel like I'm playing a game that's aimed pretty young in terms of how complex it is to get through the world, the puzzle of the world. If you can even call them puzzles, it's more just like, again, finding the right things in the right order kind of thing sometimes.
Yep.
But that's okay. But that's okay too, though, right?
Absolutely, yeah, I'm enjoying that. But then the combat is fucking hard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
And
what are the difficulty options like?
Bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's the normal mode is hard, and then stepping down, it's like you get to story mode, so
Story
you don't
mode,
really
yeah.
get to engage with the combat at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then there's more difficult than that.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. So it's like, and for the most part, I do enjoy the combat. I think there's some really cool. There's an unlock, like a skill tree to unlock. You unlock abilities.
Yeah, and there's some good stuff in there.
And they're good. And the way that you engage, particularly with like bosses or like mini bosses, kind of deeper into the game, is interesting. They move in interesting ways. They have interesting attack patterns. You need to engage them. You need to think about how to engage them. But the kind of curve of going from like running around hitting little newbie guys to suddenly this boss fight is really, really steep.
Yep.
And a big part of it is like, I think there needs to be something in the middle of the story mode and the normal mode. But the things that don't work about the combat are the lock-on camera isn't great. So in hard combat, you lose track of things. They are the most stunning animations I've ever seen in a game. Like, better than Dancer of Boreal Valley in Dark Souls 3. Like, it's just, it's a delight to look at the thing that's trying to kill you as it's moving around the map. It's just so beautiful. But you lose it when it jumps over you and slides past you and does all these things. And you're like, holy fuck, what happened? So that's a big problem. And the other problem is, like, I think it's asking you, again, I've beaten one of the big bosses. I think it's asking you to be good at parrying. And like, having played Sekiro, I'm pretty good at parrying.
Yeah, the parry system sucks, man. The parry
system
is awful.
hard. Yeah,
it's awful.
The telegraphing of the attacks is not good enough for a parry to be effective quickly. And the cooldown between your block timing is way too long. So if you miss one, you're fucked.
Yeah, that sucks. I hate that.
Yeah, you don't get any chance to recover or to adjust in a fight, which is, it just feels unfair and a bit broken. And the damage output of these bigger enemies is so big that you just die really quickly. So it's like, oh, the fight's over because I hit the button like slightly too early because I couldn't tell when to.
No one seems to be able to do it.
The parrying, the problem for the parrying for me, I think, because you're right, like the telegraphing is not great. And once you start to recognize it, you kind of got half a second to parry. And for me, the parry is, there is like a quarter second between pressing the button, and because the parry is this like that power shield bubble thing that she puts around her.
Right, yeah.
There's like a quarter to a half second between pressing the button and that thing activating. And so it means if you get a telegraph like half a second before it happens, and you also need to factor in a quarter of a second of like dead time between you pressing the button and the parry activating, you only actually have a quarter second to figure out what's going on. And I constantly find myself hitting the parry button just a fraction. It's not even hitting it too late. I'm hitting it at the right time, but the parry is activating a fraction of a second too late. So you need to parry a fraction of a second earlier, which means you need to press your button earlier than instinctively you think you need to press it. And that is a super, super weird thing to have to try to retrain your brain to. And I don't know if it's because the animation is like growing out from you, and so therefore it's like it needs to go from here to here, and that's where it's at like full parry, or it just doesn't. But there's just something about it where it doesn't click, and I'm just like, oh my god, because I'm the same from Sekiro, from Neo, from these games. I've actually gotten pretty good at parrying now, and it's just like I'm just sitting there going,
Yeah,
this
is it like the pitfall
this is
of
wrecked.
of their first game, and as you mentioned, Pete, being animation first, and less experience clearly in gameplay and stuff like that. So those things, I'm not going to say are an afterthought, but they're definitely things that I think a studio with a little more
I don't think
experience.
I think
I think
it
there's
feels like
there's a lot of
experience thing.
intention.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of intention in every facet of this game. Even when there's been lack of experience, there's just like a lot of ideas. Like, and again, I'm so charmed by it. But and like, I'm not finding it too hard to finish. I think I will finish it, but I can totally see it being really frustrating for people to get to these roadblocks and feel like they have to, just for these boss fights, turn the difficulty down, or like, and like, not that it's a shame. It's just like why
It breaks your flow. Like it breaks
it's
the
just
flow of going like, oh, I'm going through this world, I'm progressing through this thing, and then suddenly I've hit this like hard wall where it's like, oh right, it's become a bit of a different game. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I might give it a bit more go. I was playing it last night, and I just kind of thought to myself, nothing about the game is giving me like that thing that makes me want to drag through. Like there's nothing here beyond the fact that it's really pretty. I'm like, well, I can throw a stone at any game. Like all games are pretty now, and so there's just not that thing where I'm like, I feel compelled to finish this, and I mean this will undercut everything I just said, but I literally I played it for an hour and a half, and I was like, I wonder if I should keep playing it, and I went, no, I'm just gonna play Call of Duty instead. I just booted up Call of Duty and want to play that. And it's like the exact 100% opposite. But I was like, I just want to play something that feels good to play, and nothing about this felt like that for me. But I'm glad I'm seeing lots of other people really loving it. So I do think I'm more of an outlier on this one than most people.
I think, Gus, you might get a bit out of it in like
no
in how Zelda it is. Like,
yeah, I've heard some
pretty
comparisons to that, but I feel like that'll probably lead nicely into what I want to talk about tonight, which is there's a level of what I see here that visually is stunning, and design wise there's so much promise in it. But for me, the world, and this could be totally changed if and when I do play it, it's the idea of how realized and how much this world feels compelling to want to be in. And from everything I've seen, it just kind of has a little bit of a kind of generic fantasy vibe to it. I could be totally
it's
off.
It's definitely more like Japanese samurai. Like it's definitely leans more into
like Asian influence.
That Asian influence fantasy for sure.
I've done a lot of like, you are the chosen one. This is the follow the trees of life and bring back the kind of again.
Like feel the.
But it skips a lot of that. So what I like, it skips a lot of you're the chosen one. Like
cool.
Nick said, it's like you're just in it. You are the chosen one, but it's like you don't learn really about she's like, she has the staff because her dad was good at this shit. Yeah, and it's like, okay, so it's like now she's just doing it.
Yeah,
and
look, that's always a plus as well. And but I kind of see. I feel like I'm in the vein of what Nick was saying, where it's like I can see starting this and wanting to play more of it because how visually stunning it is, but not getting that kind of like not having that itch scratched of something satisfying. And nothing from what I've seen of full reviews and trailers has made me go like, that looks fun to play. It's like that looks like something I have played. So, but I've never seen anything look like this. So that's definitely a draw card.
Yep.
Although, can we just point out that
I feel like I've seen lots
terrible...
of games look like this, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
This is the best.
I don't know. I feel like you've seen movies look like this. I don't feel like I've seen. This is like a beautiful Pixar film.
It's a marrying together of like very good looking graphics with obviously some very good an animation house that know how to make characters and eyes and things the same way that The Last of Us can make characters feel more alive. This is the most alive I've seen humanoid animated characters, which is why people are drawing so many Pixar parallels and stuff. But interesting. Yeah, I just need to point out again that the like horrendous kind of like papyrusy font that then turns up from time to time, which is not quite papyrus, but it's close enough that I think it's damaging to the whole game.
Coastal's here. I thought Coastal wasn't going to be here.
Coastal's going to dip into chat because they're working on them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right then.
Okay, cool. So that's Kena, Bridge of Spirits. Pete, was there anything you wanted to add? Because I don't want it to just be the shit on Kena segment.
I just think like it's sad you're not enjoying it. It is excellent. It is probably the best looking game. I think it is the best looking game out. It has some technical problems. It is. I find the combat really satisfying until it's too hard. But I think if you're interested at all, you should definitely check it out because it's simple but beautiful.
Yeah, cool. Beautiful. Kena, Bridge of Spirits. Make up your own mind, everybody. Angus Ronald. Gus Ronald, if you will.
Please.
Sorry. I realize
insist.
I full name everyone when I do this, and then today when we changed the intro, and it was like, oh, we'll do that little thing. I was like, Steph, do you want to be Steph or Stephanie? And she was like, oh, it doesn't really matter. But it's Steph. And Gus was like, I'd like to be Gus, please, not Angus. I'm like, oh, I've been doing
I'm Angus
this
when
one
I'm in
for
trouble.
40
Everyone knows this. Angus Ronald when I'm being called out for something that I shouldn't have done.
All right. Gus Ronald, what have you been playing?
I have been playing a game that, as I said, I think there's some similarities to what Pete was talking about there. A game that has brought out a lot of nostalgia in what I used to enjoy a lot in games. And the game is Eastward, which came out last week and is a game that I am in love with. I'm in love with this game. It is so delightfully charming and so wonderfully nostalgic, but so modern in its how it's taken all the inspirations. A lot of people have mentioned huge kind of influence from games like Earthbound and Ghibli films and that kind of stuff as well. And it is a really, really well done version of an old Super Nintendo game is what I would call it. And I'm getting such a kick out of coming back to this story and getting it's what I think a Super Nintendo game used to feel like. If I went back to it, I think we mentioned it probably wouldn't play like that, but this has modern sort of game development around it and game design around it. The thing that it has me so utterly charmed is, of course, the story, which is set in a post-apocalyptic future. You play as John. He is a voiceless protagonist.
John, really?
Yep. And he has he has this sort of semi-adopted partner, daughter, not partner, sorry, but like your partner in crime as in the game, and kind of a daughter figure, Sam, who's this sort of like white-haired girl that you're seeing in the foreground there. And he found her while he was digging in this like underground society that you're seeing here, which is where the game begins. And she is this just joyous, bright, bubbly, innocent, wonderful character who you go on this adventure with. Speaking to what you were saying,
chosen one trope.
Well, this is the thing. Speaking to what you said earlier, Pete, what I was saying before is this game just dives in straight into the middle of the story. There's no amnesia. There's no remember that time you found me in the mine. There's no like backtracking to story setup. All these characters exist well and truly deep into their relationships, and it does not skip a beat in terms of just charging ahead with like all of their relationships, and it is done so well. This game, pacing is just absolutely nailed the whole way through. And by that I mean it just kind of
how
charges
far
on.
in are you, sorry?
About 20 hours.
Oh my God, really?
My save file is like 19 hours or something. I've been playing a lot of this. I'm going to finish this. I am just like, it has been a joy to come back to each night and probably play to way too late. I wanted to touch on the fact that basically like these characters just exist, and every mission, every goal, it is super linear is probably where I was going with that. There are amazing kind of worlds that you're in or areas that you start in, but there's actually not that many distractions. The story just focuses, and I really like that because at my age and workload and attention, I can't start in a village where it's like, meet every villager. Talk to them all. Work out what they want. See which is the actual... Yeah, and it's something that I used to really get lost in as a kid, playing like, Secret of Mana and a lot of those kind of games. I'd be like, what the fuck am I meant to do? I need to go read a game guide. Whereas this game is very good at, like, there's a map that points to where you need to go. Pretty much every screen you move on to has a character come up and talk. The writing is fantastic. It is super charming, but it's not long-winded. It's not super verbose and goes on and on and on and on. You just kind of like, cool. Someone says something interesting, they move on. The story continues. What I want to touch on here is this amazing thing that I ran into, which is a moment of the year for me, which is essentially, as I said, the game starts here in this underground world. in the hours I have played, and I'm not spoiling too much, you're told that you can't go to the surface anymore because it's all, no one can go to the surface anymore. And Sam really wants to get to the surface. She escapes early in the game. You go after her. She runs into a giant robot. You have to defeat it. She eventually kind of half finds her way to the surface. You go there with a character. You realize it's as predicted in all of these stories. It is not. The evil person saying no one can leave was telling a lie to make people not leave. Like, that's as far as I'm going with spoilers. But then I kind of want to touch on the idea that you take a character with you that changes when you're up there. There is still a threat of something going on. There is something fucking dark going on in this game, and I'm not sure what it is yet. And it is really unsettling as I play. It's to do with who Sam is, where she's from. There's not these big moments of like characters going on monologues about the world and what it used to be. It just kind of like, it's all about just keeping her fed every day and meeting new characters who are super positive and moving through these spaces. But then we got to a super positive place and something happened and we had to go. And then we're at another place now and we met some characters who are like, we're at a dam and like there's
Okay,
a quote.
I'm so scared.
There's
I'm
a
so
point to this.
scared. With every sentence you say, you flirt so close to
No,
just giving me
Nick, there's
too
a
much
point to this. There is a point to
information.
this. We met some characters who like,
She's a Tamagotchi, isn't she?
one's a mechanic and she has this relationship with another character, and we met a shifty guy in the market and there's a few other beats I want to touch on, but all of these things happened in this game that you're seeing right now, in this viewpoint you are seeing right now, okay? You are seeing it from this top-down view, this very charming pixel, beautiful art, beautiful lighting, beautiful music. So that's how I experience and have been experiencing everything. However, the game starts in the most, the boot up screen starts in the most amazing way that then had me, this is why I'm going to finish this game. Pete, I think I mentioned I sent you the opening cutscene, or when you start the game, and if we can play a bit of keep the music going here, this is how the game starts when you actually boot it up.
Wow.
I don't know if I can hear. This game was made by 3 people, by the way. This is before you press start.
What?
So again, yeah, 3 people in Shanghai.
Avatar.
She is a Tamagotchi.
So it's like a TV show that you are seeing right now. All those things I was talking about, like it's a Saturday morning cartoon.
I was about to say, yeah, it's Saturday morning cartoon vibes.
But I've gone through half of these experiences, but not all of them yet.
I think just part of me,
So these are the beats you're going to hit?
part of me is sad that the whole game isn't with this animation.
Correct, yeah.
So you could almost say that this is
The
spoilers. for
things
the
I
whole
was saying,
Yeah.
like, yeah. But this has happened before you press start on your save file.
Totally. Yeah.
And I've done a bunch of those things, and it was like in the way that you watch an opening credits to a cartoon and go like, these are from episodes that I'm going to watch. This stuff has kind of happened. I have no idea what it is, in what capacity, but this relationship is so intense. It's like you've got that level of Last of Us kind of connection, father-daughter to the whole thing.
Is it a letdown that it's not like that?
Yeah, it feels,
it's all
and
just
it
this
feels
little
so
side.
disjointed to me to see that, like
No,
the contrast
I-
between those two things.
Look, the footage you're probably seeing here is the first 2 hours, so we haven't left that area. No, the art style, there is detail in the top-down pixel art style that you see later on in different areas and stuff that is mind-boggling that people have gone to this level of detail. We talked about it in the Game Club, how there is some cool lighting effects and stuff as well. What I'll touch on really quickly before finishing up as well is that there is gameplay in there that's more traditional. You've got basic attacks. You can split between Sam and John. You can separate the 2 characters to do some basic puzzles. Nothing is stupidly bashing your head against a brick wall though. It is all kind of little moments of respite to play, a little bit of gameplay section to get through a temple of sorts. It's we need to get through this area to get to the next story beat. But the story thus far has been so compelling, and I'm so ready to see what happens next that I not push through that I want to get through that. And then when I get to the story, just as it starts to get to that point of okay, I'm ready to do something fun now, the game will find a little mission for me to do. And that's why I mentioned pacing at the start, because so far it has just it's like someone's reading my mind for every little bit that I'm like, I'm over this bit now, or I want more of that character now, or I want to go and do a little, I've just learnt this new ability, I'd like to do a little bit of that, but not too much of it till later. And it's just, in that sense, the gameplay has just like hits the nail on the head. And I've been seeing some again, great reviews everywhere. I'm in love with Sam. I just want to protect her. Like she just got her first pair of shoes from a character unrelated, and just looks at you and looks at her shoes and hugs you, and you're just like, fuck, what's this game gonna do to me? But yeah, little things. There's just lots of human moments, and in comparison to what we just saw from Kenna, it's like. It's all about the human moments. It's all about this, like, it's all realized. It's not the big grand moments that are happening. It's all just about these little lines that characters have to each other. And in that sense, I'm smitten. I'm totally smitten with this. And as I said, the fact that it feels like I've gone back to something that I played in my heyday, but now I want to play a 30-hour epic story, whereas back then I probably would have lost interest when the game stopped giving me cool weapons or something. And that I'm just plowing through the dialogue here and like really, 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 really enjoying it. So it is up there for me. It's one of the best games I've played this year, and I will continue on. Yeah, it's just so good, so good. Like this character is the most annoying character that I'm sure I've met in another JRPG style cute retro game, who comes along and is super bouncy and happy for the sake of being it. You're like, who wrote this character? And then something happens that changes his outlook, not just for bad, but for different. And I was shook. I was like, fuck. This. That's why that character is there. That character is not there because someone thought. That's because someone didn't just go, what if we made a really like weird, silly character? Everyone's silly because they're going to do something or play off it, like in that sense. So it's smart. It's it's well written. It is very well written. Yeah, cool. Gus was shook. Very true for Vesuvius.
So, sorry, I think you said this before. Are you playing on Switch or PC for this?
PC, actually. It is on Twitch.
You're playing PC? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I was like, cool, it's on Switch. I really want to play it on that. And then I just saw it on Steam and I clicked buy there instead. It's, I think, $35.
Yeah, it's $35
at the moment. And yeah, it's on Steam. And I just thought like, I've been playing a lot on Switch recently. I just want to sit down and do that. To which I then I told Pete, this isn't interesting. I parseced my...
Are you going to tell you a Greek joke?
No, that sounds racist. It's a funny old joke. I parseced my MacBook to my PC in my living room and then HDMI'd my MacBook to my TV and Bluetoothed the controller and played it on 3 different computers at once just so I could couch play it, which is what the Switch would have done anyway. So I'm an idiot. But I'm just finding time to pour into this at the moment because I will finish it and maybe by next week, hopefully.
Cool. All right.
Yes.
Eastward.
Yep.
Is it Eastwood or Eastward?
Eastwood, because I believe you're
traveling
east.
Because the direction in which you are traveling.
Correct. You are traveling on a train away from something, and I don't know what it is yet.
Are you sure Sam's surname isn't East and you are her ward?
No, you're physically going east in the game every time.
Okay.
So, yes, there is that. But, yeah, it is wonderful.
Cool. Well, you've seen Eastward, and now you are going to be forewarned with Steph Bendixon.
Hi. I do want to talk about Life is Strange, but not until you've finished it, Nick, because I finished it last night on stream, and it was a time. This week I'm going to be talking about Forewarned, which is you remember last week I said that I'd bought like a whole bunch of like $14 horror games.
Oh God.
Yep. I love this new thing that you've discovered. Yeah.
So I bought heaps of them. So the next few weeks of Back Pocket will be like Steph's weird horror game of the week. And this week it's Forewarned. I didn't know much about it. And I feel like I prefer going into these games that way, where they've literally just come up as recommended because I've played this. But the premise is, and I went in with pretty low expectations as well, because I feel like Phasmophobia has a very clever hook in the fact that you're using microphone inputs to interact with the ghosts in the game. And that's a really cool idea. And I was like, most of these other horror games I imagine will be like, not that exciting. The premise of Forewarned is that you're an archaeologist in ancient Egypt searching
Not
for
ancient,
relics.
according to that door.
Sorry, I beg your pardon.
Ruins in Egypt.
I'm in
Yep,
ruins
yep.
in Egypt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'm in ancient Egyptian ruins, but it is
In the brass
modern
era.
day. It is modern day. I have a smartphone.
In the brass knob age.
I'm in the
Oh my god!
There you are.
Yeah.
Things not right about that mirror.
Yeah, it's weird.
The camera is way higher than the eyes.
Yeah. Yeah,
you're
all of
looking
these-
over the top.
All of these games have a delightful jankiness to them that I feel just adds to the experience.
Totally.
So the premise of this is that you are searching for relics in ancient Egyptian or in Egyptian tombs, and it has a similar mechanic to Phasmophobia in that there are spirits haunting these tombs that you have to discover what kind of spirit it is. So it was a little bit difficult to kind of get my head around it because they've put quite a few sort of extra mechanics in here. But the way it starts is you have your main objective, which is to find the relic and escape the tomb. And in order to get access to the relic, you have to determine which spirit is haunting that tomb. Once you have access to the relic, you then have to find a lever, because the ancient Egyptians were really good at making levers. And you have to find a lever which will open the tomb back out so you can get out. And that lever only appears once you have solved the puzzle and gotten access to the relic itself. So you have, and then you have a bunch of optional side objectives as well, which, similar to Phasmophobia, give you more, money and stuff so that you can start kitting yourself out for harder tombs.
Yep.
So I played this with Reese and Jens. Hilarious. Jens in a horror game is like so funny.
Is she okay? Is she a screamer? Is she one of the panickers who talks a lot when she's stressed? Is
she is a screamer like I am, but she
Okay.
has like I think she's here. Is she here in chat? She's here in chat. She has a particular kind of like 0 to 100 scream that is like so funny. It was a joy to play with her, and of course Reese, who is always
He's also a screamer.
He's very cool under pressure. One of us has to be. So the sort of design and entranceway to the tomb is all really exciting. It's like, you press a button and the whole thing shakes and you feel the trembles. When you go down there, all of your voices echo like you're in a big chamber. And the tombs themselves are kind of like labyrinthian that you have to kind of like find your way around. Pretty early on, and there's typically, if you've watched any kind of Egyptian action movie, they're riddled with booby traps. So
Scarabs.
Yeah. So pretty early on, I died to spikes in the ground. There's like
rolled over her.
yeah. There's like the ghost that sort of haunts you doesn't start its major haunt until you access the tomb to find the relic. So initially there's kind of a weird death cloud that sort of moves throughout the chamber and starts kind of damaging you if it gets too close, and it's really kind of creepy. So I was kind of afraid of that and running from it, and then I stepped on one of those spikes that come up from the ground, and I died. And then immediately I spawned in some other room, and there were two big kind of like, you could play that clip now, actually, Peter. I'll just talk over the start of it. There were two kind of a red and a blue chamber. And this one is like you can be benevolent ghost or you can be like evil ghost. So I spawned as evil ghost. And I'm like a mummy creature here. And that's Reese and Jens. And I'm like tormenting them. And it was really funny. I just thought they're trying to like solve the puzzle, and I was like chasing after them as a ghost. But they could hear me. I could still talk to them. And as I was talking to them, I didn't realize that there was like a weird distortion on my voice.
Do I sound awesome? So
you had like a mummy
so
voice, or like
I
a
just
and you know what? It's kind of cool being a cloud. I'll be honest.
And then
this is Jens's version.
and this is Jens's version. She sent me a clip.
And, you know what? It's kind of cool being a cloud, I'll be honest. I
didn't know I sounded like this.
And yeah, I mean, it's pretty great, honestly.
This sounds like a 60 Minutes interview.
God, it's so nice.
It does. It sounds like they've tried to disguise my voice. It was so funny. When I watched the clip back, I actually I lost it so hard on stream. Like I couldn't, I felt dizzy. I laughed so hard. I had no idea I sounded like that.
that's I knew about
the corruption, but I didn't know how far it actually went.
Sounds like that.
Steph sounds like someone giving evidence about a monk who's been caught shopping at a sex shop in Cronulla. Like it's just totally like Today Tonight stuff. That's
that was really fun. If you die, you can kind of come back as a mummy, and you can choose to like help your friends, or you can choose to make life more difficult for
you
them.
can be a helpful mummy.
So you've got those two doors that you can go through, and you can be a helpful ghost, or mummy, or you can be an antagonistic mummy, and you make that choice.
How can you be helpful is what I meant by that.
And you're an addition to the big bad of the map, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
You can help.
That's why you could still choose to be cooperative with the team that you came into the tomb with.
Correct. And you can help them by, like, for example, at one point, Reese and I were both dead, and just Jens was alive, and she'd found the relic, but she couldn't find the lever to get out. And this creature, the big bad, thing that is released upon finding the relic, was chasing her around this labyrinth. And so we found the lever and were able to help her get out and survive. So as we started playing, and we figured out that there's like a kind of a puzzle tomb that you have to access and input the correct mummy creature ghost thing in order to get access to the relic. From that point, a creature starts hunting us, and based on whatever creature it was that we guessed, it has different abilities, and they are all fucking terrifying. It's like I went into this with like pretty low expectations, and when a game is kind of janky and funny, it's like often it's like it's not quite scary because, it's just a bit dumb. This was just legitimately terrifying. The first thing that came after us was just like a horrifying sort of beast. There was another one that kind of was really quiet but had these rattling chains and would appear in the shadows. And they all have different weaknesses and strengths. Some of them are afraid of fire. Some of them are drawn to technology, things like that. So you've got to try and figure out what antagonizes them and what will help you hide from them.
Is that the new iPhone?
But the most incredible one, and I remember kind of brushing past this when I was reading the notes at the start. I was like, oh yeah, there's some ghosts that that don't like fire. There's some ghosts that mimic, and there's some ghosts that do other things. Mummies. And all of a sudden we were in the final game that we were playing. We input the puzzle and we started to look around for the lever, and all of a sudden, this happened. This is the next clip.
Oh my god, it's impersonating. Run.
So it looks like Jens.
No, I'm here. Is that really you?
Where?
Oh.
Where's John? No, that's not it.
So she's freaking out because to her it looks like me. To me it looks like Jens.
Wow. That's clever.
What's it trying to do? Just get a touch on you as like an attack?
Just watch.
Just trying to cut some dance moves. Jesus, yeah, right.
It's off in its own shame.
That was when Peter came in and was like, "We have neighbors, Stephanie."
No.
It just comes back in.
Well, because it's got to put on its disguise.
So that's the bad thing.
That's it.
I'm gonna grab the relic and I'm just gonna gently move across. Steph, don't move. Good luck.
And it stayed there, and it stared at me for ages because its whole thing is that it wants to blend in. So it doesn't make any sudden movements until I started to leave. And then it
oh, wow.
It transforms into this two-headed fucking psycho monster and attacks you.
Yeah,
it was so scary. It was so scary and so clever because when I was watching it and I was seeing Jens freak out, I was like, why would Jens be freaking out like she doesn't know if that's the monster or not? It looks like her, of course it is, but she was freaking out because it looked like me.
Someone else.
Yeah, it was a really clever mechanic, and it just as soon as I realized that that's what was happening, it was just scary in a whole new way and so clever and so fun. And I definitely want to play it again.
Developers to obviously come up with an idea that you haven't really seen in other games or something really clever like that, but still have this very janky or very primitive game, because it's like, no, we have this idea. Everything else just has to be built around it. And it's inspiring, and you want to give them credit to be like, I hope Fortnite doesn't rip this off or something.
Well, I was going to say it's almost a bit like a social deception mechanic, because it's like there's a traitor in your midst, but but it's AI. Yeah, that's clever. That's cool. Cool.
And I think part of what like smooths the the jankiness of a lot of this stuff is like, if it was really polished, part of how these games have to work is you have to be kind of limited in your mobility. Because otherwise, like if you're running around like a COD player in this or Destiny or something,
it's like you're too OP.
It's not scary. Yeah. So it's like your sprint is like maybe 3% faster.
Well, and phasmophobia as well. It's like move.
Exactly. Oh, so God. It's like if your mobility was the only thing that felt janky, it would be really frustrating. But because the whole thing has this like sheen of a little bit undercooked, it all just works. It's also
and just super quickly. It's just one of those things that I wish games played with more, and maybe it's in other games that I don't know. When you can do that thing where you've got two uniquely different perspectives, that you can show Steph you something,
like render different things.
Render different things really quickly. I played what was that terrible game, Kane and Lynch? I played it years ago, where you're both criminals and one's a bit like unsettled, and the person who's unsettled sees civilians as cops, and so when you're shooting cops, he was attacking them, and my friend was doing it, and it was this moment that only a video game could do, because I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, they're all bad people. And I'm like, same thing, different game entirely, but same thing. It's like, take this ability that you can do to like show two people something different and mess with them, and it's like, it's great in that case as well to have you guys up against each other having to talk on chat and be like, well, what are you seeing? And then have those moments of complete confusion.
Totally. And it's proximity chat as well, like in Phasmophobia, which also adds to that thing that you're talking about, Peter, where it's like you're limited in how you can communicate because distance is a factor. That adds to the scariness when you hear stuff fading out, or you hear someone screaming because they're getting attacked but they're really far away. All that kind of stuff.
Reverb in the tunnels as well, like just echoing voices sounds bad.
Yeah,
creepy.
The echo. There's lots of very kind of classic Temple of Doom style things. Those big rolling balls that come after you, spikes. You'll hear footsteps or pots breaking and stuff. All kinds of things that just make the environment just tense and spooky to begin with. And then every single game, we were faced with a different type of monster, and it behaved differently every time, and it was just really fun and cool. So for a janky $14 game, I was very impressed, and I'm
I was going to say $14. It's $18.50 on Steam right now.
I want to see where like a bad trashy horror movie you go next week, Steph.
Yeah.
Well, we're in the misty moors of Scotland being hunted by
like Judi Dench.
They can't all be winners, right? So I'm sure we'll get some duds in there, but like so far, I'm having a great time.
Yeah, cool. Forewarned. Nice. The first thing I'm going to bring up is that I forgot to bring up LokiCat when we started the segment. We didn't even thank LokiCat for sponsoring this segment. Thank you so much, LokiCat. Oh my goodness. And I'm not even going to insult him. Because this is my way of saying I'm sorry. I'm going to just say you're a lovely human being. Thank you so much for all the support you've given us over the past year. You're a phenomenal person with a really generous heart. And we're so lucky to have you in our lives. I hope you're enjoying your segment of the show. I'm not even going to button this.
He's blushing. He's blushing.
He's ready for one.
I genuinely mean it. You're a beautiful human being. I hope one day we can have a beer together. LokiCat. It's LokiCat. Okay. Thank you very much, LokiCat. Speaking of beautiful human beings, I started Life is Strange True Colors this week based off Steph enjoying it last week. I was like, I really want to like the Life is Strange series. I feel like there is so much there for me. I get a little frustrated with it sometimes. Whatever. Give it this a shot. Booted it up. I've played all of Chapter 1, and I can't stop thinking about it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I am in love with it. I just love it. I think it's the most realized of the series for me in terms of like a cohesive world that they're in. I think they're the best characters I've come across in terms of really, really feeling like fleshed out people.
Which
and
is
less
interesting
archetypey.
too, because it is a different developer.
Right. Okay.
It is not
Don't.
It is not Don't Nod doing this one. So
yeah, that's so true.
They've taken what Don't Nod created and kind of made it better, I think.
I just feel like I guess they are dealing with characters that are older than most of the other characters in the Life is Strange series. So Life is Strange did have a bit of that like teen
angst,
thing. And also just like but teens written by adults, so because it was all like hella and whatever, like there was just lots of like feeling like this isn't quite how teenagers talk, but this feels much more spot on. The town is the most beautiful fucking town I've ever seen in my entire life. Like it can't exist, and that's fine. Like you said last week, Steph, everyone is gorgeous in this game. They're all beautiful people. I get a strong Christian vibe from everybody. Everybody has that sort of like they're so nice to everybody in the same way that like when you hang out with a bunch of Christians in their early 20s, that's the vibe you get. But I think that the writing is the strongest it's been in the series, at least in this first episode. The conversations feel so natural. The only thing that kind of bugs me about it is the thing that bugs me about all the games is particularly Alex, the main character. I get that she's very like she's the empath. She's quite socially uncomfortable around a lot of people. It just takes her fucking forever to get her sentences out. And I think that a lot of this stuff is written in a way where they write it and perform it like you would in a film, but you lack, unless you're The Last of Us, you lack the animation in the faces and the eyes to convey all the emotion of things that aren't being said when you're not saying words. And so what it comes across as is lots of just like characters blank staring while they're waiting to say the next thing that they're going to say, or like in a film, a close-up it means something because you see a shift in the eyes, and that's so hard to animate and so expensive to spend that time on. That,
they do it a couple of times. You see some eye movements, but I also played this on stream with the audience voting mechanic in there as well. So it's about a 60-second vote, I think. So I'm looking at these people going... For a full minute before I get to choose the thing, and then they continue their story. And when it's a room full of people as well, sometimes it's like 4 people being like...
Yeah, totally.
It's like,
but if they're the serious decisions, then it's fine. If it's the like, hey, can I get you a drink?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, what are we doing?
I was a yes 20 seconds ago, and now I'm a hard no.
It was very cool, though. I say, I mean, like that's I don't know how they would have done that better. Totally. But it was cool being. I accepted that as a function of being able to have the audience involved, and I enjoyed the ability to do that.
Yeah, that's cool. But other than that small thing, I think this is just so well executed. It just flows so well. It really feels like an episode of a TV show more so than the other games did as well. I feel like the other games always felt a bit like the episodes of other Life is Strange stuff felt like little vignettes, I suppose, whereas this really feels like I went on the episode 1, I really went on a full emotional arc with the character, and then the ending of the episode is so not what I expected was going to happen, and it, like, I wish that I was playing the game now. I've played the first 10 minutes of episode 2. I wish I could continue that, because I am so just like, I need to see what's going to happen now, because this is kind of recontextualize what I thought this game was going to be about. So I think this is so far a really special thing. I'm really and Steph, you did say to me this morning, you said I woke up this morning and there was a message from you going, have you finished the game yet? Will you finish it by tonight? I was like, no, why? And you're like, I just need to talk to you about it.
It's because I need to talk about it, but I also am terrified to say anything at this point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want you to, because I really was like, I was so like surprised.
Anything I say will give something away. I will say that Lily in the chat is asking what the mechanic is.
But I will say.
Oh, well, this isn't related to anything. The mechanic of the game in Life is Strange, it's not just dialogue options. In the original Life is Strange, it was a kind of a time manipulation mechanic. But in this one, Alex, the main character, is kind of like an empath, and she's able to sort of take on the emotions, strong emotions that other people are feeling, and either use that to help them, or she can kind of take their fear away from them, or she can, different.
Use it to terrorize them.
Which
I don't know. I mean, she probably
She
wouldn't.
just wouldn't.
which is funny because it's like I guess it's there to really gamify the game a bit more, because otherwise I guess you're going like almost full on very fancy visual novel.
Yeah.
I would like to see what the Life is Strange series is like without the sort of supernatural ability thing, because so far, at least in the first episode,
the prequel didn't have
hasn't-
any. The prequel didn't have any,
right,
and
okay.
it suffered as a result.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Because I just
Think
feel
so.
like I'm like this heightened empath thing. The sort of like supernatural side of it sort of takes away from the idea that she's just a very empathetic person. It's kind of like she's burdened with this curse, and there's this, some of it is visualized a bit strangely. And I'm just like, I feel like this would be more effective if you're just telling me a story about someone who like something that we need more in the world, which is someone who can understand other people's feelings. Like,
I think
without it being a superpower, like let it just be like something that you can do if you really try. But
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying, and I think it could totally exist without it, but I do think it is better for it, because both in the original Life is Strange and in this one, the mechanics play into the narrative choices that you make, and have consequences and effects and stuff like that. So that for me really what am I trying to say? Embellishes or improves the whole experience. It makes it a more complex experience.
When you said you want to talk to Nick about how it, like, where he gets to and when finishes it, my understanding is that all of these games have some sort of like options of endings and that.
Just don't.
No, I haven't played it, but I'm like, is that the thing you're
Well, why
excited
ask a
about?
question about it? Because she can't.
She doesn't even want to say that.
I don't want to
say that.
She just wants.
That's
She needs to
spoiler zone.
vent. She needs to. Yep.
We've already said too much.
The old,
I
like
don't even want to know that there is an ending.
the alternative
is an MMO.
the alternative to having like a gameplay mechanic, kind of what you're describing, Nick, maybe feels wedged in at points just to have game in it.
Yeah.
Is like something like that didn't have that was, and I didn't play through all of it, was Last Stop. That the Annapurna, which is basically just like playing through a story by hitting A sometimes. You know, it's like you
but
chose
Gone
a version
Home
of
had
the
that, and
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying maybe that's like more. It would become more like a show and less like
and I mean yes, and I do totally take that. I guess for me it's like it's so slight, like the empath thing is so like, well, that's kind of like what just very people who are attuned to other people's feelings. That's kind of just. It's not a superpower. That's just what they do. But anyway, it's such a small quibble. Like, it's not. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I think it's such a well-told story in this medium. And I keep thinking about it. And I love Alex. I really love Alex as a character. I want to spend time with her, which is so important for a game like this. Like, I want good things to happen for her. So yes. That's Life is Strange True Colors, and I will finish it, and Steph, we will talk about it. And then the other thing that I played this week, I went back, guys. I went back way to the past.
We have to go back.
Because I'm still playing Psychonauts 2, and I'm really loving Psychonauts 2. And I keep just dipping in and out of it. And I'm watching that Double Fine documentary about the making of Broken Age. And so I'm very much in a Double Fine adventurous headspace. And I realized I've never actually played two of their most iconic and beloved games, and that is Full Throttle Remastered and Grim Fandango. Never played either of them. So I went back and I played Full Throttle Remastered a couple of nights ago. I knocked it over in like 2 sessions, and it's on Game Pass right now. This is all the graphics you're seeing now are the remastered version, where it's like they add way more
easier on the eye.
Yeah, it's not pixel art. It's sort of like lots of cartoon drawings. And I had no idea what this game was about. It's one of those games where I'm like, I know I could, if you showed me a picture of it, I would instantly tell you what the game is. Like, I know what it is. I know who made it, but I don't really know the plot of the game. And so it starts up and I'm on a motorbike. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I I thought about this. And then hover cars turn up. I'm like, I had no idea that hover cars were in this game. And it's basically like a fun murder mystery framed for a crime adventure story. It's very short. You can like most adventure games from that time, if you kind of get through it, you know what you're doing, you can knock it over in like an hour and a half and finish the whole thing. And I think it took me about 4 hours maybe to play it. But I absolutely loved it. I was totally charmed by it's, well, I say it's point. I was going to say it's like point and click as fuck, but it's less so than something like Monkey Island, where Monkey Island was like, here's two very disparate things. You need to combine these things together, and you never would think to do this, and then put them somewhere where you would never think to put it. Most of the things, and I even know, because I've read some interviews with like Tim Schafer about it, they were like, we don't want to do that. We want this to feel pretty like, yes, it makes sense that this is what you're using this thing for, and then so it wasn't. I didn't get too stumped, I suppose. Yeah. But yeah, it's a real blast. Have any of you played this one?
I've never played Full Throttle. No.
Yeah.
But
I'm keen to see what you think of Grim Fandango, because I love that game, and that's for me the version of their game that's the fantasy level, kind of like elevates what their storytelling, whereas nothing about this ever got my attention really.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, it's totally fun. Like, the writing is really fun. It's like that classic Double Fine humor. It's very clever and witty. It's got great music. It's got some original music in it that's really, really good. The voice acting is phenomenal. The voice acting is so good. Every character has so much personality. Like that adventure game style voice acting where you go, because we can't switch to it now, but look at what you're looking at and imagine actually it's all kind of muddy pixels, and then you can't even see facial expressions really. Like the woman in the dumpster, you would not be able to tell anything really about her face. So all of it needs to come out with the voice acting, and like their voices are just so strong. So yeah, it's on Game Pass right now, and if you have any interest in these kinds of games, I totally recommend going back and checking this out. And I'm really excited to start Grim Fandango, because I know that is their like master work. And I just never really played adventure games except for Broken Sword when I was a kid. So yeah, lots of fun.
Fate of Atlantis had a little leg up for me just because it's got the indie vibe, and I mean it's so Indiana Jones, that game. It's just it's like LucasArts just owned the 90s, man, and I feel like they're the biggest. These kinds of games, I mean, you know, Thimbleweed Park came out, I guess, half a decade ago now, but it's like, it feels like these point-and-click games are the biggest missing element of today's kind of gaming scene. Just because they were so prominent back. These were the best games you could play.
And this was $1 million game. There's a great feature in it. There's an audio commentary in the remaster, so you can go through and basically cool. When you enter a new scene,
there's clickables, aren't
like 70% of them, you just hit A and goes. It plays like a little. Tim Schafer and a couple of other producers are all like in a room just talking through this scene. And so there's lots of really interesting tidbits about it. And this was the first sort of like $1 million adventure game. And they were like, oh my God, $1 million. Like, I can't believe this is how big it is. And you play it and you're just like, well, like games are like $200 million now sometimes. But also you just go like, wow, $1 million for this. Interesting. Like, people are making much bigger games all by themselves these days. But yeah, obviously different time. But yeah, you're right. They are missing from today. Funnily enough, something like Life is Strange is close to that. It's just that it's the quirkiness about these games that I think is the big difference. Like, that's the big missing factor of the like just really strong, weird characters getting themselves in really weird batshit scenarios is kind of a hallmark of a lot of that LucasArts stuff. So yeah. Very, very enjoyable.
Grim Fandango gets weird.
Yeah, I'm excited. For that one. So so that's what I've been playing. So I'm really happy to have knocked that one over, and yeah, I can't wait to go on with Life is Strange. Will Yates, get back in here, buddy. Come on, bring that shirt in.
I'm in.
There he is.
He's in. Talk to us about what you've been playing this week.
I played 2 little games. I finished both of them. The first one's very little until it gets big eventually, which is the Deepest Sword.
Depends how you hold it.
Depends how you hold it.
The sword.
Oh.
You put the footage.
Please, someone show some
good,
gameplay.
So this is a little free game on Steam. It was part of a game jam, and now it's been expanded into what's about 20 minutes if you're good, about 50 minutes if you're bad. And this is the core mechanic.
The footage is an hour and a half.
Yeah, I was really bad. Just appreciate what this dragon has to say. Is it even in?
Good.
So
Good.
it's a time loop.
When
game.
I got called out for the hand.
It's a time loop game. Is it really?
Well, yeah. So the kind of the core mechanic, and like I'll spoil it, but it's 20 minutes. It's really about you achieving through the game, really following through on the metaphor. But every loop, the sword gets a little bit bigger. You've got to. There's no jump. There's no. It's all built for the traversal of using that sword. So
What was Fuddy's game called?
it's totally
Getting over it.
there's
Getting over it,
literally
getting
there's a
over it.
trophy. called
Oh,
Getting
yeah.
Over It. So
Yep.
these first
Love
few
the,
ones, it's like you can manage it, but once it's like
it seems like a clever but frustrating mechanic.
it gets to a point like this. So
Will's trying to say it gets hard.
Wow.
It gets
So you always need to go through
gets
the
hard.
starting area again. So the thing that was designed for the little sword, you now
Yes.
need to traverse with the big sword.
and then it adds on a second level design.
And
for
you can
that.
get
Love
up.
this.
You can get up there now because you have
Yeah,
the
yeah,
longest
yeah.
sword.
I love it's the knight's face, just those little pixels
Tiny little animations.
widening and shaking every time they're like doing it, like this little panic face.
Yeah.
It's
This
fantastic.
is amazing.
It's so cool. I think it's free on Steam. Deepest Sword.
It is.
funny.
I'm installing
How funny.
it right now.
Wow.
It's 70
Absolutely.
megabytes.
It's the thing that like it's the worst and best thing about it is there is weight to the sword. So it's like if
Sure.
you're just a little bit over the edge, then you'll just get pulled back by it, and you're like, come on, I could have done this. But yeah, the final level is full on Bennett Foddy level frustration. There's like
Right.
a height to it, like where these ones, and it's just R to respawn back at that. The further you get, the more the map is big, and there's potential to fall. But yeah, it's so much fun. It's so good.
Oh my
Cool.
god.
I love
That's
it.
cute
I
as.
love this as an idea. It's so
great.
awesome.
Yes,
But at
it's
the
so
same
clever.
time, it's so short that it doesn't overstay its welcome. Like it couldn't have been
yeah.
a full game, so it's the perfect
Yeah.
length for,
Yeah.
for this.
I
kind.
always see games like this and I wonder when like some devs are just messing around in an engine and then come up with something like this and be like, hang on, this could be something.
Sword wide diameter, like longer.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's
Yeah.
stupidly long. Like yeah,
Yeah.
very cool.
That's so good.
so
Okay,
it's
cool.
how-
That's awesome.
So yeah, well, not any point in showing
It's enough
deeper
to
into the
be-
game than that, is there?
Sorry, I'm always baffled by the fact that like that's a free game on Steam, and there is some stuff on the Switch right now that costs $10 that's rat shit, and it's like that deserves its own game. That deserves to have a price tag
Totally.
on it for like what a cute little design that is.
Absolutely. But you know, speaking of things on the Switch, this isn't shit. But it's a segue. I also played. I always forget what's the tome. I call it so many other words because that word doesn't exist in my brain. So I always struggle to find it. But tome, which I think was in the game plan last week, and it's a lovely little. It for me harkens back to like it's like a Game Boy Advance or a Game Boy game with a dimension to it. It's all about talking to these little NPCs, getting quests, and taking photos. Is the core mechanic. And it sticks by that, and it never really does anything more than that. But you get little upgrades to your camera. There's different little hats and stuff that you put on to get into and access different areas and stuff like that, which you can only get
And
through.
you love it.
I love hats. I love hats. But yeah, it's super fun. The black and white art style is the one thing that I don't. It kind of has a point by the end of it, but it kind of just feels a little bit like I don't know. It doesn't really do anything for the game, so
Like it's an arty choice, but not necessarily the right one.
totally, especially in a game that you go so many different areas. It would have been
What the
exciting
fuck?
to see. So that's the cool thing. The camera is entirely in like 3D, and when you go into it, you see more of the world than what's present as well. So like it paints in the background.
Right,
So-
okay.
Oh, yeah, okay,
stunning.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's
Yeah, cool.
gorgeous.
Do you think that part of the reason that it's in black and white, beyond the fact that I think it did stand out in terms of like, you know, it got showed off in E3 and stuff, and it does make you remember it, that it's a focus more on like composition of photos rather than like it kind of easier to distinguish things when there's not a ton of different colors and things going on.
Manage that, like, even though everything is the single color, it is easy to determine what you're looking for. So totally, there's a bit of that. But was I gonna say? It had something.
It's relatively short too. You mentioned that at the start.
Totally.
But from what I've read, it's
Oh,
like a
wow.
couple hours.
That's so cool.
It's so
Look at the
cute.
depth on the grass.
And the really cool thing about it is that like you get these quests, they're the single liner kind of the usual thing you get in an adventure. They're not very specific, and so in the beginning you're kind of just taking photo stuff that you know you need. But as you get deeper into the levels, you're just like, that rock looks interesting. I'm gonna take a photo of that. So when you come up against someone that's like, I need a photo of a rock, and you're like,
Have I got the
Don't
photo
worry.
for
Yeah, photo for
you?
you.
So then you get a little photo
And so then you
album.
get the album, you can present these like Polaroids to characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I don't really understand from like a design perspective. Theoretically, does every isometric game that you build have the ability for you to go down really close and view from that perspective, or is that something that they would have had to code specifically? Like,
Yeah, no, but I imagine in modern engines, it's maybe a bit easier. This is probably built in Unreal, and it's like they've just locked the camera to this perspective, and then it just jumps down.
yeah, okay.
Which it
traditionally
definitely
it's
Because it feels so it feels so unexpected when you're looking at a game from this vantage point. You just imagine that it's limited in what they've created, that it can only be viewed from this vantage point. So to go down
also,
into that and see a fully 3-dimensional world, to me, is like,
because you can, like, for lots of games, you can, like Dota is a good example of it's locked there, but you can unlock that camera and go down there. But when you go down as well, like a lot of things are designed to be seen from this angle. So when you go down
so like
to that
shadows
world, it's
and
like,
lighting and stuff, it doesn't look quite
or even
right.
like there was like benches there where it's like, actually from this angle you would not be seeing, the bench looks more like that, but from this angle you would probably be seeing a bench where the back almost looks like it's leaning over the top of it because you're kind of looking down on it.
Yeah.
It could be. There's definitely more
yes.
detail. Like it could be. I mean, none of us here are game developers, but
We should keep talking about it because I
be.
think that if we could stumble on it.
It could be like they've built these small maps, probably like to help them go like potentially build 2 instances of the same thing, right? Where there is more detail and it's just kind of passing between the two.
Do you backtrack a lot, Will? I've seen you running between these little zones.
Yeah, so the kind of each hub, which is like this one's a kind of little sea town, and the previous one was more of I think it's kind of like a scout camp is the basis of it. Each of them have there's like 5 stamps you need to get, and then it grows for each one to then move on to the next one. So there's like and then there's like 20 all up that you can go back to the island, get more stamps, but you only need 5 to move on. But yeah, it's kind of like a lot of these games, the first person you talk to, it's like, I can't do anything with this. And then you just get deeper, and it's almost always the deepest point. You're like, oh, that's the thing the first guy wanted. And so then you'll go all the way back. But there is a little bit of backtracking, but it's a little bit confusing. Like, because I think again, because of the color thing, it's hard to distinguish sometimes what area you're in and how to get back to the other area. But again, that's what kind of makes it feel a little retro, like a little bit of a Game Boy kind of game, which I don't mind.
Mac and Dagda is asking about the soundtrack.
It is great. And lots of different little interactions you have. You'll get mixtapes, and then you can just choose to play that person's mixtape.
Oh, nice. I'm getting
some little lo-fi.
Yeah, cool. I just watched that sprite. I was just trying to work it out because what you were talking about before, Steph, it's that thing of like a lot of games back in the day would design an asset to be one flat thing because of limitations. But then what happened is like in early noughties, people were like, it's actually more accessible to make things in 3D and just lock a camera, like Nick said. And then it's like now games are like, well, we did it that way. We can swing the camera down for another reason. But those sprites are doing the old Duke Nukem 3D thing, which is the characters always staying flat with your camera. But there are things that are built in more traditional 3D, like cubes and the geometry of the world, which changes based on where you swing that camera. But it creates a cool illusion because it's like, when you turn that around, everything stays focused on your asymmetric perspective. So it's very cool. It does a nice little trick to your brain.
I like it a lot.
It's cool. It's cool.
I barely used my Switch, but I played it on the Switch, and I feel like this lives there. Like, it's the perfect one to just sit.
Yeah.
And it's easy it's about 2 to 3 hours. I think I spent that long on it, but there is more things you can do. And I think it's that kind of thing. Go back from an island with an upgrade you've gotten. There'll be even more to do. So yeah, it's a greater little experience to play in or beside the bed, I guess.
There you go.
Nice.
Don't knock it till you try it. Paper
right.
Mario, Miss Silver mentions. Yeah, very similar art things they did in Paper Mario, but done with less color and more style. Very cool.
So to recap everything brought up in the What You've Been Playing, we've got Kena, Bridge of Spirits, Eastwood, Forewarned, LokiCat, Life is Strange, True Colors, Full Throttle Remastered, The Deepest Sword, and Toem. Thank you very much, everyone. Those are the games that we've been playing this week. There's more Back Pocket coming your way after this short break.
Talent.
Oh shit, there's my residual. Ah! Here, have a knife. Or a neck snap. I haven't picked up a firecracker yet. What do they do? Makes sense. Jesus! Fuck! This is the guy who stepped on a landmine. Phew. Okay. My finger is poised over the clip button if you lick the nipple. Okay, there we go. That's clipped up. There we go.
Cool, that should be good.
All done?
Yeah.
Great. So we just saved them in a folder marked patrons, and so for that one it would be Mason, not Nathan.
Cool, Nathan.
No, tricky. I can see what happened there. It's Mason, not Nathan.
Cool, so Mason with an N, so Nathan.
I can't help but hear you say Nathan again. It is Mason. Mason is the fun one.
Nathan.
Let's go over this a few times. Okay, quick exercise. I'll say the word, you repeat it back. Mason.
Nathan.
Nope, Mason.
Nathan.
No, I'm thinking Nathan. Mason.
Nathan.
Nathan?
Nathan.
Ugh! Okay, Mason, not Nathan. Mason, not Nathan. Mason.
Nathan.
No, Mason.
Nathan.
Mason, not Nathan. Ready?
Yep.
Go.
Nathan.
Mason.
Nathan.
Mason.
Where's Nathan? Nathan.
Mason?
Nathan.
No.
Oh. Nathan.
Wait, what?
What?
The thing you said before.
Nathan.
Fucking kill you!
Always remember, it's Nathan, not Mason.
Oh my god!
Hey.
I think Mitchell Clark says someone's going to send in queef as their word from the sponsor. If please do.
Please. That's what we're talking about.
In inversion and just go.
Yeah.
In inversion.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much to Black
What a
Death,
joy.
Belly Kate, and of course Mason, not Nathan, for supporting the show. If you want to support the show, get yourself some word from our sponsors sent in, like Black Death and Belly Kate, or get a commercial made about you, just like Mason, not Nathan. Then head to patreon.com or /backpocket or backpocket.gg and find the Patreon link there, because every single dollar from you helps this show keep the lights on. And the more dollars, the more lights. I didn't have this purple light behind me a couple of months ago, and it's because of Patreon. It was like, well, the certain amount of dollars come in, we need to get more lights. Look how many lights
And you
Steph
might-
has in her room right now. Imagine how many more lights we could get in there with more Patreon money.
And you might get a commercial. You might get a sketch.
Yep.
You might get something that the crew and cast spend too long and too much effort making.
Yep. You might get that, and you will definitely see that next week. But yeah, that was definitely... We did a thing where we kept... For the last 2 days, we've kept going... Can't believe we did that. And so...
We did a thing that we thought would be easier all working remotely and all inputting remotely to make it a whole thing.
Yeah.
Turns out that's not right. Turns out it means more moving parts make things trickier. I never knew that. But the result did not suffer in any way for that. If anything, it excelled.
So cryptic. So cryptic.
As
Steph, you've seen it.
Points out as well.
I know.
You could have a
But
whole
they
album
haven't.
about rocks devoted to you. So that's true as well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on with our next segment. A shorter one this time, but it's still got the same name. It's PockArt.
Merch edition.
Merch edition.
There it is. Merch edition. PockArt merch edition presented by Nicrotex. Nicrotex, thank you very much for your unwavering, continued, undying support. I remember when we made your logo and I didn't even know who you were. The logo looks nothing like you. And as is tradition, Nicrotex, we take a Nicrotex tweet and we read it out for everyone to enjoy. This was a couple of days ago. Nicrotex, aka @NickBelly on Twitter. I've been steadily losing weight over the course of this lockdown, but I'm pretty sure the biggest jump is going to occur the day I could get my fucking hair cut. I think that's true.
Good.
Gus, you've got lovely cartoon handwriting.
I
Can
told
you
you
just
this the
put-
other day. I got it from my mother. Has very round handwriting, like very clear.
Keep that,
clean.
keep that,
And my
keep that.
father would write this. This would be my father's version of it.
That's classic dad handwriting.
Nice.
Dad
Can you-
writing.
Yeah,
Also, I
that's
think
dad
that's a
handwriting.
prescription for
Can you-
Valium.
yeah, can you keep
Oh, yeah,
that?
that works for both.
And then
My
just
mom's like,
we're seeing all of them.
Who's this?
my mum. This is how my mum writes.
How are you?
Oh, that's
Why have
nice.
you
You've got
studied
three
how people
very-
write?
Yeah, because they're three very distinctive styles.
So some of my
Can you
favorite.
keep one of these and just put Asterix merch edition underneath it, and then we can put it on the fucking Redbubble, and we're done.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite, you know how you can watch video compilations of things that are just satisfying to look at, like, you know, things being filled up to the edge or like, you know, stuff like that. One of my favorites is people just doing really beautiful letter work. And you just
Totally.
watch them fucking nail it, and they're not using a stencil. They're not doing it. They're just doing it freehand, and it's perfect. And you're like, they can't keep this up right until the end of the word, surely. And then they do it. They just do it somehow.
I like that you said they're not using a stencil. Like,
Well, you know what I mean? Like they haven't.
yeah, they've graduated from kindergarten.
I mean, like
I did my doctorate in spirographs.
marked out like with pencil where they need to go or
Yes,
whatever.
yeah,
they're,
yeah.
you know,
They're
they haven't given them.
Yeah,
They're freehanding it.
I love Avexia.
Peter.
Avexia. Who was it? Mito Fanfare, who said, "How do you have fonts with your own handwriting?" That's so true. That's so true. So, Back Pocket Merch Edition. So this one's a little different. What we wanted to do, we wanted to reveal the shirt that's coming for the next round of the Patreon. Which, if you are on the Wear Back Baby tier, then you are owed a shirt very, very soon. I will also let you know, for everyone listening, we are assuming the quality will be much better than the hoodie that came out. And Patreon is in the process of helping us rectify that situation. And we will be sourcing some information from you to get that all sorted and put away so that those hoodies will be replaced with something much, much more acceptable. And if they aren't, by God, Patreon will hear about it. But the new shirt is nearly ready. And it's this. This is it. It's the nipple shirt.
And navel.
I actually wear that. That's funny.
Featuring navel.
Before we get started, RecTech says, do the cool S, Gus.
Oh, do it.
Do it.
I'm going to do it.
Don't look it
I'm
up.
going to do it without
Do it.
like hints or anything.
Yep.
Go.
Okay, ready?
You're already wrong. Wrong.
This is how your mum did it. What the fuck?
What are you doing? You're not even trying.
He's not.
Are you
Got
trying?
close.
Are you actually trying?
Is it 2?
Are you
No.
trying?
Yes, but
Gus,
Yeah,
are you
I
trying?
never drew
No.
it. I never fucking drew it.
wrong. No.
Wrong already.
Wrong.
So wrong.
Wrong.
I'll take all the mocking because it's fun, but it's like I never did it. I never
do two rows of 3 lines.
We tried this last time. I did that last time. Was it that?
No.
Yeah.
Vertical lines.
2 rows of 3 lines. This.
Whole thing again. Yep.
This.
Now
triangle.
This.
You're doing it backwards again.
Now you're doing it backwards again. How are you doing it
How
backwards
did you do
again?
it? What the fuck?
Why is that your instinct?
I don't know. That one? No. That one.
Stop it! You did it again.
No,
too far. Yes. There it is.
Perfect.
There's the call. Now make it 3D. Give it depth, like you would a cube. Yeah.
Sick.
This is what Nick gets off on. Now make it fucking 3D and say Stussy.
Incredible. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So we're going to reveal the shirt, and then we also just want to quickly spitball a couple of ideas because we have, I mean, rightfully so. We've been very busy, but fallen a bit behind on the Redbubble store as well. So we just want to toss out some ideas. Steph,
toss out,
Pete, and I will each get a lock. So we'll get to go, yes, that's something that we want. Gus will do a super quick sketch and then he'll go away and make it much, much better. But like we're going to each commit to a piece of merch that will be ours, that we will sell. Very excited. But should we start off with the shirt or should we end with the shirt?
Let's start off before we do, let me do one little trick here. I apologize. There's a point to this. I should put this tab down here so I can play on the top tab and you don't have to watch that, so to speak.
We'd like to see you play.
No, we can if I'm sketching those ones, but for the stuff we were talking about now before. I think we were mentioning some ideas about... we had a powwow before going through some merch suggestions, some things that we talked about on the show that we liked, some ways that we could design them and play with them. And whatever you see here, like all the designs and things I've done on the show, I like to take away with me. I like to sit on, mull on, spend too much time on, whether it's adding detail, adding polish, just tinkering with. So these are rough ideas. I think what we landed on was the idea of, and Nick, you can kind of drive this, because it was something to do with you, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, so we went through the merch channel, and there were tons of really lovely suggestions there. We wanted to go with something simpler this time. We did very big last time. We wanted to go with something a bit simpler for this one. There were tons of great suggestions, the merch one, and a few that popped out. Lots of calls for donuts, some sort of donut reference, and I was like, okay, that's appropriate. That has been something that has dominated a lot of my life over the last 3 months. There was also people loving the puzzles, the crosswords, the jigsaws, that sort of like puzzle post-show element of like the chill vibes going on there. And then
Puzz, please, Puzz.
Puzz, sorry, I really hate when my mouth has to say that. And then I think it was SithCat in the merch channel said maybe something to capture the idea that the last 3 months have been quite different for the show and the country, where we've all been stuck at home. The show has kind of changed. Mainly the show. The show's the big thing. Did you know that the show had an earthquake earlier this week? I mean, the show's just getting hammered over the last 24 months. And so, something to capture the idea that it's all been a bit crap over the last few months, but we've all been in it together. And so we kind of just tossed all these things around. And then Gus came up with something. We went through iterations, and then Gus came up with something that we really loved, and it's this. It's a little... Gus, do you have the text there as well? The text was...
Oh, no, I undid that because you guys were like, I don't like the text. I don't know. I was getting a lot of mixed messages from everyone about what they did and didn't like. So I found that a bit confusing, but...
I didn't mind the text. I just liked this one. This one had the cutest facial expression.
Yeah.
There you go. I think I had to go and redo it, and that's what I will do. And I had something along the lines of like... donut fall to pieces.
Donut fall to pieces was the text next to it.
And I didn't mind
that at all.
I like that.
It was in that very nice like font that you do.
It was your mother's handwriting.
Your mother's handwriting for sure.
It actually was.
Mrs. Ronald.
And so
I love it. And also this was kind of, Gus kind of was like, we were talking about the concept and Gus did this as like a general kind of something like this. And we were like, exactly like that. In fact, don't change it. It's perfect.
Yeah. Don't touch it.
So I know it seems simple, but I think it's actually sweet in its like line art cuteness.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. And I would wear it right now if I had it.
Yeah.
Now I can't spell.
I-E.
So
sentiment in chat is very positive. Very positive.
It's awesome.
It's a really beautiful shirt. So it's going on that navy blue. So it's just going to be that very simplistic sort of like white style. I guess we'll go through and do another version of this to just like make it a little more.
This is literally a sketch I did to keep everyone to shut everyone up, and then it was like, we love it. I'm like,
And we shut us up enough that we were like,
Exactly,
yeah, we're done.
exactly that. Yeah.
But yeah, we're big fans. So this is going to be coming to the patrons who have subscribed at that tier, and I think it sort of really captures the show over the last few months as well.
Yeah, bit of puzz, bit of donut.
He does not learn.
This has to be a bit. This has to be a bit.
Yeah. It's a bit. I love it, and I love the sentiment behind it. It's like we're all trying to kind of hold it together, and
also like the idea was that we thought we were like, well, donuts were something we wanted to play with the puzzle, and we're like the bite will look like a bite has been taken out, but that's obviously the puzzle pieces have fallen out and it's just struggling. But it's getting
lovely.
Yeah.
I made a more panicky one. Nick wanted. I should do that. Sorry, not to interrupt, Nick. The version I did that had the like. I think we did a bit of this that was like more donut-y, like, oh god.
Yeah.
It went a bit what's that cartoon with like my spoon is too big or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went a little too.
And the other hand was up as well. It was really sort of like in a panic state.
Yeah, it was too panicked. I like mildly bewildered because I feel like that's us on a daily basis. As opposed to like blind panic.
Yeah. As opposed to this. It's just like, oh Christ.
He does look in pain there as opposed to
Again,
I mean, I did just bite the fuck out of him, but yes, I'll go with the first one. We'll definitely get rid of that Stussy S. Though I would like to see an attempt at the Stussy S on a big T-shirt. I'd definitely wear that.
Failed Stussy S.
No, it would just be all of the failures one after another.
I could do that with
that's the inside of
fake.
Yeah.
The inside of the notebook, like the inside sleeve of the notebook.
So this one will be the final month for it to activate is the next billing cycle. So that's September. When we hit the September billing cycle, which is the 1st of September, then everyone who has been a member for a consecutive 3 months on that tier will now qualify to get this T-shirt, and then they'll ship out over the next month from Patreon directly and get to you.
And
so
Kaylee Kool-Aid, it's not too late.
It's not too late.
Kaylee Kool-Aid moved to that tier.
Kaylee, it's not your fault.
For the end of the month, they will get their first check.
Yep.
For this, and then in 2 months' time, if you stay on the thing, then you become eligible for it, and you'll get this shipped to you. And then when the new update, when the new design comes in, you should be in line with.
It's an incredibly complicated system, and Patreon make it unbelievably difficult to know. Like, there's no information. I wish I could show you the back end of Patreon, where it's like there's nothing that tells you this person has made this many payments towards the show. There's nothing. You have to do all the maths yourself. But I actually believe, to be safe, I would say upgrade right now. But I think it's fine to upgrade next month because we retire this shirt on the day that we add the next piece of merch, which is the last day of next month. So I think everyone has technically 1 more month to qualify for this, but I can't be sure because there's no way for Patreon to let us know. What I do know 100% is if you sign up to this tier, if you upgrade, you have to upgrade, but if you're on a higher tier, you'd be getting it already. So you have to upgrade to this tier in the next week. You will definitely get this shirt in 3 months' time, even though it will not appear on the Patreon as like, oh, this is something that other people can sign up now in 2 months' time. You will be grandfathered into this shirt. It's all incredibly confusing.
Grandfathered.
That's weird.
Cool. So this is the shirt. Good.
I love
happy?
It's cute.
Melodic Storm says, echoing the advice to set your shirt size. It does not remember your previous size.
Yeah. Please stop touching the shirt. It's perfect. Stop it. Is it bleeding?
No, I was just playing around with color because it's a blend mode. So we'll tinker. And tinker approve, and we'll make sure everything's fine.
It's perfect.
Tinker.
Okay, so what we want to do very quickly, we just want to sketch out some ideas to add to the Redbubble store of 3 different things. So does anyone, Pete or Steph, because I know what I want, and I've wanted it since day one.
Yeah.
Pete, Steph, what would you like as a piece of merch for Gus to come up with?
I don't know. I think I would like something around the sentiment of I'm just happy to be here. I like that as a positive sentiment that I like being a part of the show, and whatever happens, I'm just happy to be here. So I want something that encapsulates that feeling.
Yeah, and this is your energy in the show?
Yes.
You specifically? Okay.
Yes.
So it's you surrounded by like severed feet. It's like, this is fine with the fire, but it's like you just smiling your way through severed feet and all the things that you hate about the show.
Three sweary boys, even though you are a very sweary boy as well.
Yeah, I'm the worst, I would say.
What if because it's a dog? What if it's Scardy?
It's a dog.
This is fine. This is fine, creature.
Yeah, I'd love some Scardy. I'd love some Scardy merch. That would be cute.
I agree.
Yeah, but I want it to be something.
That's enduring.
It doesn't need to have me in it. I just want it to communicate that sentiment in a simple, very simple graphical way.
Well, do you
like is that there's all
think
the
playing
things
on
around.
the "This is fine" thing is a good idea?
It doesn't have to, but what we can do is that there's like a pile of
that is the opposite.
I think it would absolutely capture.
That is the
there's
opposite.
all the things that Steph can't, that just hasn't quite got her head around, and that's just like, this is fine.
Yeah, it could be other people talking about specific things about games that they've played that week. Okay. They could be going in one of Steph's ears, and then the same questions are also going out Steph's other ear. So it's like she just she hasn't held on to any of the information that anyone has said to her over the course of the show. That's good. No, you want more the idea.
You want the
vibes.
Yeah, I want the idea. Vibes. Or I even just want it to be big text that says, "I'm just happy to be here," and then like something peering over the top of it. Or maybe Scardy.
What if it's a screaming donut?
Sorry, we set this comp up in a new way that we thought was a really smart thing to do, and now it doesn't want to behave.
He says we, so we can share the blame, but I have nothing to do with
that
this
was me and Will.
I'm
you just
trying
want
to figure
text.
out what it would be.
I want text.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
I would like text, please.
I would like text, please, and I just wanted to say, I'm just happy to be here, and then maybe something appearing at the top.
What about Harlow says, I'm happy to be here with a two E's and a B.
Hang on, say that for me.
So it's like a B, like an actual B. No,
Steph doesn't like puns.
No, I normally don't as well, but
no.
What if it's a 2B, number 2B, and it's a pencil?
That's too cutesy.
Happy to be here that's a number 2 pencil. That's funny. Happy to be here. And it could be
I don't like puns. I don't like puns.
Happy here. It could be the pencil brand could be happy here. No? Okay.
No.
Hates it all.
Okay. Well, I love that.
To be fair, we are trying to visualize a feeling, Steph.
Yeah.
So
I said just have the text. I want it to say, I'm just happy to be here, and then if there's an image, I want it to just be small and like poking over the top of it or something.
But you're talking about big block font.
Yes.
Yeah. Not scribble, Gus. Let's get
your mum in.
Get your dad's font out of here. We want some Mrs. Ronald, please.
I kind of thought it was cool, but all right. No pencil, I guess. That's fine. Look how heavy the fucking pencil is.
Just like her video games jumper.
Look how heavy the fucking pencil is to be.
I love that jumper. The video games jumper. It's just simple, to the point. It says the thing that I like on it.
Okay, that's a good point. You actually want a font, not.
You just want the words. I'm just happy to be here.
I know it's boring, but this is also boring. Redbubble. I think it should be a little bit more classic than the stuff that we designed for the merch tier. I think it's like stuff that is easy and like classic.
It sure is easy. I could make this one.
Yeah,
you could wear it to work.
Like we're definitely overpaying Gus right now.
I love it.
Well, yeah, but we'll add something to it.
Okay.
Like a pencil and a B.
We all look. This was the agreement. We all get one.
We all get one.
Yep.
What are we adding to it, Steph?
Maybe a little Scardy at the top.
A little Scardy peeking over the top.
I've done something very wrong to this comp, but we're going to keep going with it. Okay, well, if that's the case, I can
drag us into that this time.
Yeah.
That was Will's problem. Stephanie, you mentioned You're a fan of. Hey, Will. How you doing, champ?
It's also important to put an apostrophe in.
Oh, I love that too. That's so cute. She's so cute. Look at her little chubby cheeks.
I know.
Look at her little glossy eyes.
Why don't we just have a technical difficulty? That's the shirt.
That's a great shirt.
Take
That's a great
take the
shirt.
wall
shirt,
plug
actually.
and Scarty with the thing in her mouth, and
Yeah.
there you're done.
Oh my God. And also because I always have technical difficulties, I even have an emote for it.
Why don't you just make
You are
the
a
t-shirt
technical
technical
difficulty.
difficulties and
Yeah.
the dog
Oh my
has
God,
pulled the thing out of the wall?
That's
Because
better.
I'm
That should just be the
so
other thing.
much better.
Not-
Yeah. Let's do
Not
that. Let's do
not
that.
that
Let's
your
do
the whole
idea
that.
is not
thing.
valid. It just feels like I could get that printed for you. In
That
2
already
minutes.
exists. That already
Yeah.
exists on
There's
print.
something- you can buy that on every
No, I love
Redbox.
this. This is.
Yeah.
I want this to be my t-shirt.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll rework the text on it, but we'll keep this as the design of
perfect.
sorts. And something I've already made? Yep,
Yeah.
I can do that.
I've got something you've already made too for you, buddy.
Oh,
so does
really?
Nick.
Yeah. Well, I've got something you already did.
There's yes. So okay, look.
I think just technical and then difficulties underneath, on the top above it.
Technical above, difficulties below.
Yeah.
It'll give you something to hide the
The cord.
cable cut off. Yeah.
And technical has an apostrophe. Remember.
Uh,
Just in that kind
cool.
of mood, everyone.
Something's
Full
very-
troll.
Full
troll.
troll.
And is this going to be a, do we know what color the t-shirt is? Or on Redbubble, can you choose the color?
Redbubble, you can
the
choose.
color, yeah.
That's
Yep.
cool. I like that.
So yeah,
People can
Copy paste done.
do what they want.
these will obviously be done in there's the color version of Scarty. We're just kind of doing the basics here.
We should make this once you finish.
Oh,
the
I
podcast,
love
you can
it.
see how- that's so
I
much-
love it.
That's so
It's
good.
so cute.
That's so good.
I love this.
I think I also
Steph, this needs to be your Twitter picture. It says so much.
It's just that smile is the biggest thing.
Yes.
The smile and the eye. The smile is like so like this. What
that
it is?
face
I
to
think
me
it's perfect.
says, "Kill me, please. Put me out of my misery."
A little, yeah. Well, I was more thinking that the smile is actually like so genuine and warm, which is so true about you, and the eyes are just not listening to anything I'm saying, and that's the perfect combination. It's like a really sweet person who's like, "What?"
I want this. But yes, good. Cool. Okay,
That's cute too.
Yep, that works.
That's awesome. I love that so much. I think it looks great. I actually don't mind it in grayscale. I think it looks quite cool, especially on a
cool.
dark background.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll get my designer to send you a couple of proofs. You can see which one you like, and we'll go from there.
Excellent.
Thank you. I'm very happy.
Cool.
One suggestion that I think I saw in the chat, and I don't know if that's what they were saying, but instead of technical difficulties, it could be "this is fine."
I feel like that one's had it. That one, this is fine is a thing.
You're right. You're
Well,
right.
yeah,
You're right.
this is fine
I
is a
love this
thing.
is fine. I
But
love
also,
everything about
but
it.
also,
But like, yeah.
technical difficulties is so synonymous with
Mhm.
everything I do on the internet. Like every
Yeah, sure.
stream I have starts with it, and everyone always is like, "It wouldn't be a Steph stream without technical difficulties."
That one,
and
next one is going to be
and then-
cam disconnected.
And then we
That's yours.
we spam the emote.
It'll be
Yeah, cool. Perfect. Great. Okay, great. So Gus will go and fancy that up a little bit, but that's the base of
That's
what's
pretty
going
much
on there,
done.
and
That was a
I'm very
fancy
happy
to
with
begin
that.
with.
Nick, we're not in a meeting. We're not in a corporate work meeting. You don't have to then sell everything. Gus will go and design that up for us. It's fine.
Peter,
Yep.
talk
So
What would
when
you like?
when we all agreed that donut puzzle was like ideal, there was another idea in the wings that I'm attached to,
Mhm.
and I think
I wanna second
needs
this
to
one as
see
well.
the light of day, and it is Nut Chat.
Tell me what you're thinking. Okay, what do you think? How would you draw Nut Chat?
And we even spitballed this. It's nuts around the water cooler.
Yep.
You don't need text. It's just two nuts hanging out, having a yarn.
Yeah, it's a peanut and the National University of Technology.
That.
Holy shit!
Look at the little hair. It's fucking great. I want
Look
it.
at it. Nut Chat.
Now the
Nut
detail
Chat.
here is
I
that
think-
the
I
first
think-
one's telling the story, but the second's holding their cup with two hands.
Yeah. It's quite a harrowing story.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
And someone's
yeah.
talking about someone's like, I drove past a car crash and the ambos hadn't arrived yet, so I could see
Yeah.
everything.
I do
But see,
think
my
this
version
one.
is a. Oh,
I
sorry,
do think
there
this
you go.
one needs color because I feel like it's not 100% clear that they are nuts. They could be bowling pins.
They could
They
be just
could
weirdly shaped
be
people.
jelly weird beans. I think you need to be able to see a nutshell, a recognizable nutshell.
Fair enough.
Maybe the nut.
Be done.
One of the nut has fallen out of the guy on the right who's freaking out.
That's
He's
hilarious.
squeezing his cup a little tighter, and there's
He's not freaking out,
there's
like,
a
just
fully
thinking
shelled
politely.
peanut on the ground below.
I like to think that the conversation is they're talking about what the topic of my shirt is going to be. And that's what this conversation is actually about.
Yeah.
Okay,
One
right.
on the
So
left
are you setting us up for what you are going to?
See, I feel like it's
Very, very subtly hinting at it.
I feel like it's one of those ones that needs a caption like the New York Times caption contest. Like, did you hear about Gary in accounts? He went totally human. And it's like, oh, I get it. Nuts. Human.
Yeah.
It's a pun or something.
Yeah,
like, that's the level that you go, huh.
Yeah.
You have that kind of
But
level.
that's
of
just on the
laugh at it.
website. See, that's perfect to me. Maybe
Well,
you
the
could
thing
put
is,
blue water
it doesn't
in.
have to be white either, because
Yeah.
the shirt could be.
Yeah.
These could be actually like I'd be happy to draw these proper like cartoon style with a bit of shading and nice little lip, like that kind of thing too.
It's such a great visual. I think. Yeah,
don't
I
think-
like the
I
idea
think-
of it being.
I think
colourful,
adding because I'm seeing it in chat as well. I think adding nut chat is a bit heavy-handed because like nut chat means and then people are like, what is nut chat? Whereas like if you wear this shirt and you're up at Woolies and someone's like, it's like they don't need to know what nut chat is. You're just gonna get people asking what
what
nut
I
chat
love
is.
about it too, in theory, is that it's for a lot of people mention like the threadless style, which is a lot of puns visualized. Someone said like the sushi. I think I saw someone mention. But all of those you look at and you go, I get it. It's a train, but it's made out of raw fish. It's a sushi train. No one can look at this and go, must be nut chat. Like no one gets
because nut chat isn't a thing.
Because nut chat isn't a
Arcade
thing.
Blob
Only
says,
we
I
think
still
it-
don't know what nut chat is, to be honest. Me
Where were you last
too,
week, mate?
Arcade. Me too.
Well,
Where were you guys? You
It's-
totally missed
it's a
out.
shirt, is what
It's
it
a
is.
shirt, is what it is. Yeah.
It's more of a lifestyle than anything, really.
Good. Okay.
Yeah,
I like this.
I like-
I'm excited
yeah.
to wear this as well.
I'm gonna get this shirt.
And then mine, Gus.
Yes, mate.
Oh, that's
I've only
fucking
been
great,
asking
dude.
For it, that's so good. I've only been asking for it since we got a Redbubble store. I think I asked it on the first time that we made the merch tier. I just want you shitting yourself on a t-shirt.
I'd like it on
Like one-
navy. I think I'd like it on a navy.
It's all I want. I like you know
I've
my
made
style
it as well.
I
which
have
is why I'm
so
struggling to
many
find it.
shirt. I've got a shirt with a massive picture of Celine Dion's face. I've got a shirt with a massive picture of The Mask on it. I've got a shirt with a massive picture of Akira's face on it. I've got a shirt with a massive picture of like I've got wrestlers. I've got everything. What I don't have is a shirt with a massive picture of Gus shitting himself. As
Okay,
we're
well, you
playing
might not
the medium.
get one.
And there it is in chat right now.
It's an emote in our chat.
Right
It has
there.
to exist.
That's what I want. I want that on a shirt. I don't care how you stylize it. You could do something cool with it. You could do whatever. Fucking put it on a t-shirt. I've been asking for so long.
My mouse just died.
Really?
Yes. As I'm trying to find it. Fuck. Vamp, Nick, keep going. Tell me more about why you want the shirt.
I don't know whether I want. Like, there's a part of me that wants it sketched. There's a part of me that wants it like just huge and bold,
Photoreal.
and massive. Yeah, like massive, like almost the
I
whole
think
shirt.
I think it's important to get the nuance because, like, his eyes need to convey. I'm thinking about the fact that I may have
I'm
just shit
wet in
myself, but
places I shouldn't be.
But I don't want people to know that from my face.
Yeah.
But it's a distressing thought that I can't fully hide.
What
Yeah.
if?
All of that emotion is conveyed
shame,
in that
the shame.
image.
Don't forget
the
And
shame, Steph.
don't
What if
forget the
instead
shame.
of the actual picture of Gus, it just said all of what Steph just said is text?
Yeah, it's like the shitting myself. That's my king T-shirt, which I also have. Like,
Can we do two? I have another one that I want.
Is it shitting? Is it shitting yourself?
I want a t-shirt like Nick's t-shirt that has the whole spiel that he did about the dolls, but
Yeah.
I want it to be the review of the conga emote in Destiny that guy did.
Right.
I want that also.
I don't want that.
Okay.
I had this. It might be on the work machine. Give me
lost it?
2 minutes because I might be able to find the one I made that was a line art version of it. Yes.
Oh, did you?
Nick? Yeah.
I mean, the line art is the topic of the day. Like, it's basically all of them.
It's so weird to be
but
pouring through your work machine remotely looking for shit face, Gus shit face, shart face. Did I I can't
Will, can you
find it.
also look at a machine somewhere?
Sorry, Will.
I know that you're busy. Probably.
I swear this exists.
Whatever you're doing.
It exists, but yes.
Yeah, good. But yes, I've been wanting for that for so long, so I'm glad that this will finally be a thing, because I would like, this is one I would proudly wear around. I genuinely, because I think it's a great face. I think that I wish that this was a face that picked up. This could be a real emote face. This could be
totally.
like Pog face, like PogChamp
Oh
style.
right, yeah, you mean like actually?
Yeah.
I think you could like this has the potential to be a.
How do people do that? Do they
meme.
submit them? No, that's a nice picture of me.
I don't know. Remember.
You're sitting in fucking
George Miller's
office.
chair.
Yeah, I can't believe I shat in his chairs too.
How did Bradley get the Bless RNG one? How did that happen?
I think it just became popular across other streams. And
Yeah, right.
What about this one?
That's funny too.
that is good.
That was-
Why have you got
I
a
can't
folder
believe I
full
had
of
this
photos
many-
of yourself?
Yeah.
No, I look in the folder of Gus photos and there's two, and that was them. So yeah, that photo exists. That
Laughing Still
picture
says, "Have you
exists.
looked at Gus shit _final final 21 no really final 2?"
This one for sure. Final, yes.
Okay.
Man, I wish you'd prompted me about this because I would have had it ready, but I've
I've prompted you every time we've talked about merch for the last 8
It's the first I'm hearing
Every
about it, to be
single
perfectly
time.
honest.
The first time hearing about it, though I did do the line art version of it in preparation.
Well, remember, I made a window out of it for the
That's true.
for the back pocket ad.
Oh,
so
well,
that's where I thought it existed.
would it be in a folder for that ad?
Could be looking now.
Could be looking now.
He's looking now,
And if you
everyone.
can't find it, then we will move on, because otherwise we're just sitting here
We're
watching a
looking at
man looking through folders that we can't even see.
Max Jazz,
but that's good.
still.
So we're gonna. I don't mind this as a segment of doing every now and then of like adding some merch to the store in this way. Once the PockArts are finally done, because I wish that we added more merch more regularly. We do need to add some classic things to it, like just a very basic tee, pockety style thing, like some
With the logo on it, yeah.
yeah, some of that stuff which I know people have asked for so long.
You know, they're the ones that are just like should be there, that aren't at the moment.
Yeah. Instead, there's a pockety face mask and Pete's Party Time leggings.
There's no Pete.
The leggings never made it.
Yeah, they didn't make it. There was too
No,
bad.
they were terrible.
There's got to be a
They were
Pete's Party
terrible.
something, but
And
the
a
leggings-
notebook that's too expensive for anyone to buy.
That's so true. And socks
the
that cost a
'cause of-
fortune. Like,
Because of the shipping, what a disaster.
In
No,
fact,
we'll
I
just
should
get
list that
we just need to get some t-shirts out there. So this time next year when PAX happens,
Look at that nut
everyone
chat.
can wear their merch and it'll be
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm gonna wear nut chat everywhere.
I swear I saved this photo.
Not
Why would I
chat.
not have the shit face?
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, I'll find it. I will find it. It will be made, Nick, and I will make it glorious.
Thank you very much. That's all I want. Okay, cool. Well, that brings us to the end of PockArt. Let's take it out.
Merch edition.
Merch edition.
Presented by
Thank you, Nicrotex.
Thank you very much, Nicrotex, for sponsoring the back PockArt segment of the show. And thank you
So
very
we
much
should just.
to...
Sorry, Nick, to interrupt. Yeah, so it's the donut falling to pieces. It's the Tech Difficulties shirt with Scardy. It's a nut chat, which is nutty chat, and it's me shitting myself. So they will, but yes, only people on the way back, baby, will get the falling to pieces one, which will.
That will not make it its way to Red Bull.
It might get a little bit more love. It might get a day and a half of me really going to town on that one.
Don't add
the first
colour
version's
to it.
very
It was
good.
so good.
But Nick's
I
angry
wouldn't
that the
wreck
time
with
will be
it.
taken. No, I won't do what we did with the last one. Like I'll just but it, if you want that one,
Okay.
A little bit of
me shitting myself.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to our next ad break, and we'll be back with more Back Pocket right after this.
There it is.
Let's give it to him.
He said,
Nice.
well done. Well done.
Another 5.
You ramped up there at the end.
Wow, what is that music? That's the Pete's Party theme, mate.
Pete's Party, yeah. It's Pete's Party time.
just got myself a really sexy pillow.
Putting a little pillow between his
Because
to cushion the head of his sensitive.
I've just got huge fucking.
it's got a little strap to go around your leg.
Again, why?
Like that? Strap around the leg? It's fucking comfy, man. It's fucking comfy.
Don't you put any fucking meat in that thing? It's completely unnatural.
It's always like a real piece of shit.
I'm a real like I'm a very physical person just by nature.
Oh, no liquids in the bedroom, Nicholas.
It's 1 a.m. in the morning. You wake up groggy.
Fuck it.
And stretch it out and then through the hole.
I'm literally rubbing my together right now.
Again, does it get any sexier?
When would you say that this tub of sauce goes off?
Ponk. When you know it's time to mix business with bizness. Ponk. When you play 7 instruments, each one like the love child of Yo-Yo Ma and Santana. Ponk. When you're 1K from having a really problematic logo. Ponk. A fragrance for men. Because you deserve to smell like a tin whistle.
Welcome back to the Back Podcast. No, it's not the Back Podcast. It's Back Pocket. Back Podcast is Monday.
Ruined.
God damn it. Throw to Steph's t-shirt.
I don't have that
back
up.
to Back Pocket. What you saw there was some word from our sponsors, which we do love, and you can send them in by becoming a member of our Patreon. Thank you to Avexia and Mel and Waynekingfast for sending those in. Very highbrow content that we're playing tonight. We've got queefs, we've got farts. We got a guy shitting himself.
Can I say to add to that as well, Mac and Dagda, great suggestion for a new segment, Pete's Farty Time. I'm just saying. I'm down with
that works. And also you saw a tease there for the post show. How do you join the post show? Then all you need to do is head to patreon.com/backpocket or backpocket.gg, sign up to the Patreon at the 2nd tier or higher, and you get access to the weekly post show. You never know what's going to happen in the post show. Sometimes it's just really chill hangout time where we sort of chat, unwind after a long show, swap some stories. Sometimes it's filthy. Sometimes it's puzzles and crosswords. Sometimes it's more video games.
Revealing?
Sometimes it's very revealing. Sometimes it's a bit confronting and
I
honest.
imagine today will be Gus's Greek joke.
Yes, yeah, his Greek joke will be.
That sounds so worse than it is, but I've got.
Yeah, but you have to be there to hear how good it is.
I've actually, as a tease for the post show, if we want to do that, I've been hearing some great jokes, maybe just being in lockdown, that have been ones that I hear and I retell in my head a few times and tell to a few people so they stay. So they are those jokes I can be like, I have a joke for that. Or I have a good joke when everyone's like, so maybe that's what the post show is. They're that good.
Yeah. And if you hate Greek people, stick around because he's got a great joke
racist.
for you.
It's don't do that.
Okay, let's move on to our next segment. A little something we like to call Very Good Gameplay. Brought to you by Avexia, presented by Avexia. And Avexia is brought to you by Papa Avexia, who... Is it Papa Avexia or Papa Avexia?
Papa Avexia.
Papa Avexia. I don't know if Papa
use
Avexia
that
is still
other
in
A.
chat. But if
It's a Greek name.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're heading down a very fine line there. Thank you very much to Avexia for sponsoring the show, the segment. Can't be happier to have you here. I don't know if you can tell, but all of our screens got a little brighter because we're all looking right now at a blindingly white screen, and will be for a while because the game we're going to be playing tonight is Pico Park. Something that I've seen picking up a bit of steam, seen some people play. This is a multiplayer, co-op, sometimes competitive game where we work together to try to solve puzzles. Everyone say what color you are. I'm blue.
I'm purple.
I'm yellow.
And I'm the flesh pink one behind my head. Hang on, wait.
Go planet.
If we all head over the left-hand side, we're not hiding behind Pete. Oh, yeah, that's a good way to do it. Well, we're playing what essentially is the main mechanic, right? Is just getting on people's heads.
Yeah, okay.
I can't get on my head because you're on my head, Gus.
So you're orange, Will.
Yes.
Right? Okay, cool. I'm excited for this. Let's jump into it. We don't really know anything about it. We've done Gus and I did the first level to just figure out how to play this and if it would work on the show. And we deemed, yes, it will.
Follow me, everyone. I'm running into where we can't be seen because we're under the screen.
Wait, so which one is Will?
I'm orange.
Will's orange.
I thought Peter said he was that one.
No,
He's
I'm
in
flesh.
two.
I'm flesh. I'm flesh.
Pete has a weird definition.
I'm like inside of mouth. Inside of mouth.
I see red and I see orange.
I'm red then.
Okay.
He's red, yeah. Tongue colored, let's say.
Tongue colored, yeah.
Interesting. When someone's
Very
standing on
weird.
you can't jump.
I have to hide all our faces because there's so much of the game is just under us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we can't jump when we're
When we're being stood on.
No, blue can jump right now, can't they?
No, I
Blue,
can't.
Can you jump?
No.
I'm trying to jump.
So
I'm trying
as
to
soon
jump.
as someone's standing on your head, you
you
can't
can't
get.
jump.
You can't jump.
You can't jump.
Okay,
So we
but
gotta
I
make
can
a little
run.
bridgey thing.
So I can you all stand on me and I can run and most of you could try and jump off me.
Oh, wow,
Who are you again?
sacrifice
I'm
play.
blue. So red jumps onto me, onto purple. Yellow jumps onto there.
Yeah, give me
And then
a
you go
little-
up like a ladder. Yeah.
Yeah, see? Okay.
No one.
Sorry,
I've
Yellow,
got
you
nowhere
have
to
to
go.
die.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit!
It's raining.
Oh Christ! Okay.
This is like some kind of corporate team building exercise where we have to build a raft or
So
something to
red,
get across the
red,
river.
Just run and jump. Run off there. Run off there. Run off
Just-
red.
just-
red.
Why? Just I will, but just
Wait,
get
this
up
is
there
good.
first.
Purple,
One of us
purple,
needs to
purple.
get-
Yellow
Yes.
up there. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
okay,
now.
just needs to get-
Oh,
there we go.
you made it.
Only
That's all we
one needs
needed.
to get
Yeah.
the button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now guess what? Fuck you all. I'm leaving.
Classic Gus.
Hit the button.
Classic
button,
Gus.
Hit that button. Yay!
Thank
You
you.
did it. Perfect teamwork.
Pete, you could just
Goddamn.
shrink the window a bit, couldn't you? Maybe.
Yeah, there'll be a big hole. There'd just be a big
Key.
hole.
I know.
Let me-
I know. Oh, okay. Up we go. Back to yellow.
This is the thing
Yeah,
you didn't check. Let me. I'll do it anyway.
No one cares about a big hole. Just shrink it. That's
A tiny hole though.
That's a nice hole.
We need everyone on the everyone on the platform.
See, there's a
to
number.
go up.
There's a number thing.
So who's
He's shrinking the
it's probably-
hole.
It's
He's
Peter.
shrinking
It's
the
Peter.
hole.
He's shrinking the hole.
Oh jeez. I got the key. I'm so good at this game.
Everyone on now. Everyone off. Oh wait. Everyone off
What?
together.
What? Yeah.
Why?
Once
Oh, 'cause
someone
the key-
jumps
Because
off the
the
platform,
platform
it's
goes
all-
down.
Key, but I think. Oh
Jump,
right, yeah.
Jump on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, nice.
We did it. We did it. We're all here.
That
And
was
someone
the
else got the key.
first level. That was
It's me.
the first
Oh, no.
level.
That was the first one. Oh good. Oh good.
All right, go through.
What?
Press W.
Now everyone build a
Steph.
bridge out of your
Who's
co-workers.
purple?
Exactly.
Steph.
Or school
Steph.
camp.
Purple.
I remember doing that stuff in
Steph.
school camp.
Stephanie.
Steph.
Oh, sorry. What do I do? Oh, yeah.
There you go.
You just did it.
Next back.
Someone came back.
How did it come back?
Wait, what do you hit? I'm hitting all the buttons.
Just up.
There's a bumper, right bumper.
Oh, right.
What's breaking my brain is that the color of the geometry of the world is the same color as our frames.
That's
It's
true.
actually not really doing it for everyone else.
Doing it.
Okay, so if I press against it, it moves. Interesting.
If
Okay.
there's enough people.
Enough
Okay, we
people.
got the key. Now we need all 5 of
everyone
us over
together.
here.
Hold on.
Oh, it's gonna
Nice.
be. Oh, yep. Good.
Oh,
Good.
we can
good
ditch it. We
teamwork.
can get it in the hole. Good.
Can we?
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Can
Push.
more than 3 people
Why
push
do
it?
we, yeah, but why
Don't
do we
even
need to?
We did it. That was
You
way
need to get the
easier
key
than the
over.
first world.
And I need to get over.
Well, yeah.
Can 3 people push it back the other way?
Oh, I'll just hang on.
No, because then you'll be
'Cause then-
stuck. We need to move it.
No, push it all the way.
back.
Yeah, all the
Okay,
way
yeah.
back.
Put 3 people push.
Oh,
I'm pushing. Who are we missing? Someone's
out of-
someone's.
there.
Oh,
Oh, you're.
Well,
I see what you're
Steph's
saying.
not
Yeah, we
pushing.
have to
Yeah.
push it all the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he can get over it, and then the
Yeah,
small
yeah,
step
yeah,
to
yeah.
get up. I get it. I get it.
Help me.
Jump.
I will
He
beg.
jumps. Yeah.
All right, everyone out. Yeah, we can just walk out now.
Oh yeah.
What do we press?
Oh, this
Can we
corporate
press?
retreat was a treat.
I don't know what we
You go
pressed
up.
to leave.
I went up.
I don't-
I'm got a
Up.
controller, so I went
Oh,
up.
up. Yep.
Up made
Up.
sense. Up made sense.
Up.
Yep. It's like any game.
Clear.
Miss Silver, I appreciate that the frames have a darker, more ready tone. So yeah, that's what I'm focusing on too. Level 3. Game over.
Element.
Oh shit.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you guys all
stagger,
need to
stagger,
ladder
stagger.
a
Little
Nudge forward.
stacks.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I went too
Steph.
far. I went
did.
too far.
Okay, hang on.
No, this is,
We need to restack.
we can all just
restack
die and let it
Yep.
stack us. Yeah.
Nice.
Bill, well done.
Oh, look at
Steph, you
that.
don't move. I move a little bit.
Oh,
Jump. Oh.
Press that button.
Hit the button.
Button.
Hit that butt.
Hit the butt.
Get that key.
got the key.
Why do we have
My
this?
goal. What's my goal?
Oh.
Oh
Because
shit!
we
You
need-
guys,
we
oh,
need
you guys
one on
need
a
to.
button.
Just
You
gotta
need to
press.
lower these for me.
Oh, wait,
No,
each have to
just-
stand on
no,
one.
There's enough.
no,
there's
everyone
enough
stand on
of us.
one?
Yeah.
One of us. What are you doing? Yeah, that's all.
That'll
There we go.
do it. We're
Who's
done.
blue?
Me.
Why did you push it
Hero.
off the button?
I didn't. I pushed it onto the
No,
button.
you pushed it off the last button. You just didn't jump over that one. We
Punch
solved
the
the
button.
puzzle in different
Oh.
ways. The same
Sorry.
thing in different ways for no reason.
Oh, this game's gonna fucking wreck us.
I'm
I
already
can
a bit
already
angry, and
smell
I don't
the
know
tension.
The
why.
puzzle
I
was
can smell
solved
the
and you
tension
pushed the
already.
thing off the button. Jesus
You can
Christ.
smell the tension.
Oh, I can
Yeah.
feel it.
Bye.
God, every time.
Did that move by itself?
Yes.
It does. Yeah.
Oh, so is
Okay,
that.
now this I don't know. I need help again.
Oh no.
Is that? Oh, that's just moving.
we need four
we
up
need four.
here.
We need four.
But this will lower this.
Greg.
You got to. Yep.
Yep, I did it.
Nice.
Key time.
Wait.
Key time.
Come back down. Come back down.
We'll
Come back down. Come back
just
down.
stay-
All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way.
Yep.
Let-
No more jumps.
Okay, now someone has to.
This,
Oh,
this-
we can jump. We can just jump up and
Yeah.
then.
Who's blue?
Yep.
Okay.
everyone just keep jumping.
Only one
Blue
person needs to
sucks.
jump.
So-
it just needs to go
Oh, yeah,
light
true.
enough because
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
needed
That
4
works.
people.
Oh, the key changed hands by the looks of it. Oh no, blue's got it now.
I've got it.
That was dumb. Sorry, Nick, you jump off.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
oh,
the
the-
key did change hands. How
Someone go
sweet.
down with it.
That's
I
fine.
have it.
There we go. Okay, good. Good. Okay,
Thank you.
good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Miss
Why am
Silver
I
says, can
angry
see
at the end of
back
every
pocket
level?
cracks."
I think it's the music.
Oh
the
my
music is
God.
really
Mute that music.
simple and cheerful, and it's quite maddening as well when you're trying to achieve something as a group.
I get that.
Yep. I'm mad.
Oh god, what are these?
What are we
These
looking
like
at now?
tethered- Tethered to each
Pico
other.
card.
Oh, that was the world.
We did it. We
completed
did
that
5
world,
of.
so
Yeah.
this
Okay,
is-
we did
okay,
all of
right.
them.
This is cool.
It's cute.
What a fun
There's
concept.
music. Do you want me to crank? It's
Oh my god.
Music's-
Oh my
music's
god.
awful.
yours is pretty low on your end.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's like doing the Sydney Harbour Bridge climb.
Do you want me to crank the music a little bit?
All right, fancy boy. Climbing bridges.
Someone can afford.
Steph, you got to
Oh, I
jump.
can't jump
Blue
because
too.
you're
You gotta-
on me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I can't because you're on me.
Oh,
I'm just staying
Why can't I
stacked.
jump?
we've ruined it.
Come on. Come on.
There we go.
Yellow, go right to the front because you're actually the front of the tether because we are connected. And Steph,
Oh god, it's like vertical limit.
It's alright. There's enough of us on one side.
yeah, there's enough. Nice.
Okay.
Steph's got to get up closer to the front.
Yeah.
I'll carry you all. No,
Yeah,
I'll
you-
swing you under. I'll
Wait,
swing
wait.
you under.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
Okay,
go.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it,
you
that's
have
it.
to.
Now we're
Everyone
good.
go. Just jump.
Yep.
Everyone just
Everyone Just
jump.
go.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
so
a bit
strong,
Oh my
Angus.
god. Oh
Too
my
much.
god. Oh my
Oh, we can
god.
bounce. We can bounce.
Bungee
Left,
back.
left.
Get the
Yeah,
key.
left.
Someone come back.
Left.
How are you gonna get back?
We got it?
though?
Yeah,
I
we're.
don't think we
nah,
can
it's not
get
gonna
back.
work.
We can't
You're
come
gonna
back
ju-
from this. We
You're
can't come
gonna
back.
jump
Swing
off
to the
this.
right?
You're gonna. No, we can't do anything.
We can't do
You're gonna
anything.
jump off and you're gonna get sucked right down that little
What we
gap.
need-
can't go.
we need-
I
we
can't
need
go
the
left or
first-
right. Like, I
don't we
need
need the
you guys
first
to-
person?
Oh,
Oh my
right.
god, this is like touching the
Everyone
void.
push right.
You're gonna have to sever the rope and let us fall so you can survive the
This is
ice
the
climb.
opening scene of Vertical
Vertical
Limit.
Limit, yeah.
Yep.
We
You
need
are-
You're gonna have to cut me free to save your
So
You are
we need
Chris
to-
O'Donnell.
So right,
I am Chris
so I'm
O'Donnell.
clear. We need the first person and the last person to stay on the platform to go
Yeah.
across,
Yep.
like, and then the other 3 people swing so that
Yeah.
someone can lift.
Can
it
we
up.
just do 2 swinging?
Like a necklace, like a
Can we-
necklace.
There we go.
I feel like we could almost.
I
do
was
just 2
almost
swinging.
there. All right, come on.
Let's just
Fuck.
stay in
sorry,
sequence.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's like
Let's do the
Stay in
stairs.
we
sequence.
got this.
Good. Okay.
Wanna
The
cross?
reason the game is so frustrating is because if someone
Amazing.
lands on you or doesn't do something correctly,
We need-
you can't perform your action. So that I think that's the thing
Jump
that
on my
makes
head?
all the tension.
Over?
There you
Steph,
go.
I'm going to jump on your head.
And then
red needs to come up too.
Red-
Yep.
Yeah. I think we could maybe do 3 up
don't
here.
you-
Oh no, okay. Just the last one you meant?
I've thought yellow and blue go up the top and the others swing down because you need to get
like a
low enough to
U-shape.
get
Blue,
that
if
key.
you blue, can you jump up off orange?
Yep,
Well,
you
we
stay
gotta
there.
pull-
Let's all
Hang
go
on,
back
pull-
to
hang
get.
on, hang on, it's fine. Okay, walk. Yep, cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
there
now
we go.
you
Okay.
guys fall down.
Yeah, I think the weight. I think the weight will get you. Though.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
See? Yeah,
I think the weight's gonna get you.
Yes, carry me.
Oh god. Can we?
Oh, we can jump. We could jump.
Yeah.
We could jump against the wall there.
Nice.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I'm still angry.
Oh, this music.
I'm
This
still
music.
angry.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
I can't deal with that.
Nick,
Sorry, I was turning down the music.
sorry, I'm angry. Nick, fucking get through the door. This music is great, and then they haven't put the T on the end, which is like kind of carries my sentiment.
Grating, I think, is the word you were looking for.
Yep.
S, I think you're trying to draw.
We're
I
no
miss
longer
that
tethered.
rope. I miss it.
Freedom.
There's a rope.
I'm gonna go. Oh shit!
What did you expect?
Death.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
Did they
god.
come back?
Oh, wow. Hard.
That was
okay.
full death.
Okay, we just got to
reset.
sprint.
Okay, no, we've all got a stack. We've all got a stack to go over it.
Yeah, nice.
I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
so, I
So-
think you're totally right.
Yep. Stay.
Okay.
Back up. Back.
That'll do it. Yep.
Oh!
Now, do the ladder.
Oh,
Yep.
purple
now,
move-
now
purple move
we're
back,
ready.
purple move
And
back.
now
Only red moves.
Red,
Only
fang
pink.
it. It's on
Yeah,
you.
but
move back to the
purple
left a
move.
bit.
Just make it more stable. Make it more stable. Sal.
Yeah, okay.
For
Steph,
our
move
mental-
left. Steph, move left.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Now, oh,
Fang it.
Oh my God, jump.
We're fine. Yellow.
Did anyone else get lag? I got a little bit of lag.
Oh,
Yeah,
blame it on the
sure,
lag, you
sure.
piece of shit.
I've seen that.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's
Good.
a consistent 60,
Get on my head.
62 milliseconds.
Get on my head.
Okay, I'll jump. I'll
Oh,
go
you're
on
on
top.
key.
So I'll
You're on
jump.
key
Yep.
mode.
Okay, ready, and we're off.
Oh fuck.
no. Just
I
keep
was
going,
fine.
no matter
That's
what.
so hard. You gotta be
for
so
no man.
quick.
Wait for
Yeah.
no man.
Just keep going.
Hang
Anyway,
on.
who else wants to go? I'm going to be a middleman now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'll
do the
bottom
jump
I
again.
think,
because I got
does
the
it
feeling
mean
for the
that,
jump now.
does the person who jumps have to, do we have to wait just a second
just-
for them?
No, you don't need to wait.
All right, ready?
All right.
Yep.
Let's just get a bit more. Yeah.
No one else moved but Blue and
Yeah.
me. Oh, you jumped again.
Fuck, I did. I blame the lag.
Yeah, it's the lag.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You poor
Yeah,
thing.
there's so much
you
lag.
poor thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, lag sucks.
Yeah, we got it now. We got it now.
Hard
we got
when
it
you
now,
have
we
to
got it now.
legitimately deal
Oh
with that.
no, I'm an unintentional bottom. Ready?
There's no
Yeah.
world where you're a top, Gus.
I'm an assertive top. Now jump!
No one else move.
Oh!
You gotta jump again, Blue.
Jump again, jump
Nice
again!
lag.
Nice.
Nice
Nice
lag.
lag. Good use of lag.
Lag. We're all still running just to the side, like. Oh,
Open the
okay.
door.
Just took the key.
Ninja games, this is giving me so much anxiety. Try playing it. Oh man.
I love Wills, you can choose.
I didn't hear that. That's funny.
Oh, we're gonna get the key.
Get the key.
Oh god.
Little bit
lower
more.
them. Lower them.
No,
Too many.
We got the key. We got the key. We got the key.
No, we didn't.
we died.
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
It's
on
still,
the way.
it's still
But we
down
died, but we got the key.
Who's first? Who's first?
Yeah.
I'm
We're like Elsa in
going.
Last
Going.
Crusade.
That's it.
That's it. That's too many.
Elsa,
I can reach it. I can reach it. Wait.
give me your hand, honey.
Someone else
can
has to
reach
swing.
it.
off.
That was. We got to
Let's get
stay
in
on the right.
let's
Okay.
get in order.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Someone
so,
has to swing.
Yeah, someone
Okay,
needs
Blue
to run
first.
and jump.
No,
run
no.
and
I
jump
think
to the
just
side.
Two people.
So if Blue goes first.
Yep.
Yep. Just stay down there.
No.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, it
Whoa!
pulls.
Whoa!
If you jump with momentum, it pulls me with you.
Gotcha. Okay,
Okay,
everyone pulling
hold
away
back.
from.
Yeah.
Let's just slowly let Blue down.
But you can't. How do you get?
Yep.
Nah, we can
To
hold
it.
on, and then purple.
Now
just
orange
orange
jumps.
jump the same.
Orange
Steady,
leap right out.
Steady.
Hold on. Oh,
Can you jump?
I
We
don't
could
think
jump
anything
before
can
them
be
Either
pressed
of you
against the
jump.
wall.
Blue,
We can't do
Blue,
anything.
can you
We'll try
jump?
and
No,
jump.
there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, okay.
damn.
What if I did this?
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
thanks,
Got it.
Gus.
So hang on. Look. Okay, everyone. Okay. Yellow. No.
What if it's
Pull me
what if
back.
it's
Pull me back. Pull me back.
pull
Okay,
Gus
okay,
back.
okay.
Gus
What if it's just the
both
middle
two-
person jumps off? Or
I think.
No,
yeah,
wait.
it's positions 2 and 4. It's
Now
positions
red,
2 and 4.
red go. Now if red goes,
Oh, right.
Oh, you can because you can jump off red.
Yes. Yeah. So red.
I like
go,
it,
you
yeah.
guys hold them.
Okay. Yeah.
now,
Good.
Now
Yep.
lower me
A
down.
little bit more.
Yep,
I think
okay.
we're
That's
tangled,
enough.
which is what.
That's enough. So, yep.
Nice.
Yes.
Good.
Oh,
Stack.
amazing.
Love a stack.
Oh
hold,
shit!
Hold back.
Beautiful.
Piggyback.
This is teamwork.
Well
Wingy
done.
This
boing.
is teamwork. No.
Team building exercise 99.
I'll just pull you all back.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh god.
And let's pull them
We just
back.
need enough of us up here and we'll drag you up.
Yeah.
It's like quick pull at the USB cable and it'll untangle itself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
Nice.
Good work.
How? I can't get the key. There it is.
I took the key, it's fine.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Someone clipped the Gus top thing, which makes me laugh a lot. Yep.
Yeah, sorry, we're waiting for you to get in.
That's because I'm an assertive top and I get in when I'm ready. Okay. I miss our rope. Every time the rope's not here, it's sad.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
it is
Everyone
sad.
get on!
Yeah.
Everyone get on! I don't trust
Is this the same level?
No, it had a
Slightly different stairs leading up to it. Get off me, you
Yeah.
fucks.
It's just aggression. It's the cutest inverted commas game.
That's what makes me mad.
Get off me, you fuck!
Yeah.
I think
Ready?
the music makes me mad.
Well, that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's the music.
And
The
run
music
up,
is
and we're
driving
off.
me a little bit
Right,
crazier each time.
Oh,
shit.
No.
Run forward.
Okay.
I made it. I'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah. So what happens there? We have to
We go to it.
dismantle.
Sets of two.
Just
Oh,
jump
no,
off.
Yeah, maybe really close in stacks of one stack.
2 and a
of,
3. A 2 and a 3.
Alright.
Yeah.
Ready?
Who's
Okay.
yellow? Who's yellow?
Wait, can we come back for 1 second? Red, sorry. Can I push against you and you don't move? Yeah, I can.
No,
So
you
if
can't.
you go to the edge,
Oh, then I don't move, right?
Yeah.
and,
so if we
and
just
you don't move, and I'll start pushing, and then when you run, I'll just start automatically following. So when you're ready, go.
Perfect.
What about? Oh,
Perfect.
that's how we do it. We do a V.
We
we
do a V. We do
four
it
on
exactly
four
what
on
you
top.
named.
Yeah, what we almost did just then.
Yeah,
But-
we did it
V.
by accident.
Yeah.
So
that.
Oh no, I'm
and then
One
we
person
can go
orange?
back. Go back
Orange?
to- oh, who's
orange.
orange.
Orange? Come
Yeah,
back.
Will?
We
Oh,
can use
blue's
this-
on the head.
Oh, sorry. I see.
We can
Yeah.
go. We can do it
I'm
from here.
confused. What do you mean flying?
We're gonna
V?
do one person at the bottom and then 2 stacks of 2 on top of that person.
Okay, so we need
Gotcha.
I feel like yeah.
I'll
Oh, I
all the way
get
up.
ya. I
Yep,
get ya.
yep,
Yep.
Come back, Red. That
Blue
works.
jump, blue
hop
jump
on.
up
Blue
all the way
hop
up.
on. Oh no.
We gotta use
Steph.
the leg up. We gotta use the leg up.
No, we don't. We don't
Now,
need to.
Red, run across to the platform. Oh my god.
Oh, we
Yeah,
don't even
just
need
jump
to.
Yellow, just
just
jump
jump
on
up onto blue.
Yeah. Yellow and blue. Or purple.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
works too.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
yeah, that works too.
Perfect. We did it.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Everyone's
Should we
friends.
fan out
Everyone's
like a
friends.
bunch of-
Is everyone still friends?
I hate you all.
Just keep
I don't
going.
want to run off right now.
Not looking.
Oh, this is so stressful.
Amazing.
5.
Did it.
Oh, someone get key.
Nice.
Someone get key.
Someone get key. Can we all get
I
off?
hate these creatures.
It's-
Oh, that
started
just stays
down.
down. It stays down. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Good. Great.
I love
Did
them. I
you
think
get
they're
the key in
cute.
there?
Key in the door.
They're little elephants. They're just little.
Oh, it's painful. It's painful. It's
Key in the door.
This is like we've been playing this for 8 minutes, and I'm already more frustrated.
so
More
frustrated.
frustrated than 20-hour
Weirdly
raid I did on
frustrated
day
as
one.
well. Oh shit! Is this the level we just did? Did it not just take us back?
I'm
It is.
back,
It's
yep.
the flying V.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2-4.
Whoops. Hang on.
Come on, mate.
This has local
level
co-op.
six.
Chat asked, and so I can see why this actually would be a fun party game. Oh god, time limit.
Yeah, I love it.
No, time
dear.
limit. Hang on, I'm just having a drink. I'm just hydrating.
Oh, it's
Can someone please pay for this
bonus
hydration?
round. Bonus
Oh my
round.
god.
Everyone get no. This is the
Get
goal.
coins.
Get
Everyone-
all the coins.
oh, no,
Purple.
you need-
Steph, go. Steph, go. Steph, go.
There
Sorry.
needs to be a
I was in a different window.
Yeah,
There needs
sorry.
to be
good.
two
Hop on.
people need to work together to
Yeah.
jump to get those higher coins.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just hydrating.
And that's our
Go,
floor.
Steph, go.
It's just hydrating.
Yeah, nice.
Someone,
Yeah, no, but-
you get those ones. Someone
Sorry,
come
I'll
up.
be right. I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Am I on the way here?
Jump
Should I
onto
be-
there. Hop onto
Yeah,
fleshy.
get that one there. Come on there. We can do this.
Go for it, Will.
Go.
We can do this. I'll carry us.
You gotta-
Pete's just doing
Red,
everything
Pete,
he can.
Pete, fucking move.
What's wrong?
Pete,
What
run
a
to the
prick.
right.
I'm
Run to the
What
right.
a
Run
prick.
to the right, Pete.
I'm just
What
hydrating.
a
Pete.
prick.
Fuck you. Fuck
What
you.
a prick. We had
Oh,
it.
God.
We fucking had it. That is
Wow.
the worst.
You're the
That is
Peter Quill of this
worst.
Wow.
Sorry, I was just hydrating.
I blame chat. Look at all this fucking hydrate
Definitely
redeems.
chat's fault. Here we go.
That legit made me angry. I'm genuinely
right
pissed
now.
that just happened.
Yes, you will, because
Go, Gus,
Will,
go,
you and
Gus.
me, look
Go,
at this
Gus.
team.
Let's just do this.
Nice, Steph.
Good work.
No one will help Pete.
No one help me. I can just not help.
No. We don't repay cruelty with cruelty.
Come on.
Fucking hell.
Oh god, he's coming.
Yeah, wait, I saw your coin, Peter. Oh, God, you got it.
Get the key, quick! Get to the door!
The time's still
it's
going,
still
here at the
timing.
door.
It's still time. Someone jump to the front of the pack.
Okay.
Give me the key.
Go! Holy shit! No! Where are you going?
I just need to hydrate. Sorry.
He's
hang on.
hydrating! He's hydrating all the way over there! No! Oh, good hydration time, though.
Oh my god!
Nirvana says you can tell Peter's a Dota player, to be honest.
Oh. Feeling fresh.
Fucking.
Gonna have to do a whiz bomb later. That was a big one.
Yeah, you might have to go in the next 36 seconds.
Yeah, that was a good hydration.
Jump! Use me! Use me!
36.
Jump on my head. Alright. Jump on my head. Yep, perfect. Let's go yellow.
Use me!
You know
Use
it's
me.
me, Peter.
Use
No,
blue.
I don't.
You go up there, I'm gonna get this one. I need these ones.
Jump on my head. Get the fucking coin! Get it!
Steph.
Oh my god, we're gonna fail this.
Oh god.
It's
It's the worst. No one pay.
Get it in!
Hey! No one paid.
Get it in the door!
Get it
Oh my
in
god,
the
everyone
fucking
move.
hole. Get it in the hole, Gus. Get it in the hole, Gus.
Someone needs to be a
Piece
key
of
master.
shit.
Someone has to claim keys.
Ah, coins.
This is not a
It's your
fun.
turn.
Oh my
I'm getting these
God.
bottom ones. I'm getting the
Is there
bottom
an
ones.
unsubscribe button? Because if there is, people are pressing.
This is the worst.
This game sucks.
Oh my god.
Go, go, go! Oh my god,
Fuck,
what is
it's
happening?
again. It's happening again. Okay.
This is
okay.
an unintentional time loop.
Jump on my
right
head.
Now.
Yep, we're on.
Now one person
Fuck.
gets key.
Yep. Fuck.
Fucking
Someone-
do it. Do it.
That's
Get the
it.
key. Run.
Get
Yellow,
to the
run.
front of the pack.
Oh my
oh,
god.
nice, Pete got it. Everyone out of the way.
Move. Everyone out of the way.
Well, no, you
I
grabbed
had
the
to get
key
out of
when
the
you
way
said
without taking the key.
Oh my god, no!
That wasn't even intentional! That wasn't even intentional!
Okay, there's five. There
out
are
of the
five.
way with
Let's go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go, go. No fucking with it. Keep going left, 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 left first.
Do
Left
it,
first.
everyone.
Left first. You guys get the top lefts. Top lefts.
Come on, Nick. Okay, Gus.
I'm just here
Alright.
for support.
Good. Steph and I are going to be key. Steph and I are going to be on keys.
Stay on keys.
So if you're key, then we
Someone
should
gets
be
that.
front.
Someone get that. Someone
When
get
you
that.
get the
you guys
key,
get that.
We
Can't
stay
get
on
it.
the level and then
Alright.
you
We
get
missed
the
a
key.
coin. We missed a coin. Hang on.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh my fucking god, this is awful.
This is the
This is
worst.
the
Oh my god,
worst run
create the
ever.
stairs! Create the stairs! I'm the bottom! Use me!
Can't reach.
Create the
Can't reach.
stairs.
Can't reach.
Create the stairs. I'm the bottom. Use me.
Nah.
The last fucking.
The key didn't even spawn, it was all over the fucking... Okay,
have to-
okay.
Everyone to the left.
Left.
Everyone to the
Fuck's
left.
sake!
Left.
All right.
For fuck's sake!
Oh my god!
Left.
It doesn't pause the game.
All left, and then...
We'll get on. We'll get on.
I mean, you were
Oh my God.
I was the stationary one.
It's basic pyramid cheerleading.
Basic.
Come on.
We've all done
Basic.
it. We've all
Everyone
done
get
it.
get the whatever it's called.
Got it, got it, got it.
Coin.
Lost all semblance of
Two
language.
top, two bottom. We gotta get people bottom. Someone top, come on.
Coming,
Gus,
Peter,
jump on my
coming.
head, jump on my head.
Now, the rest of us. So yellow get the key. Everyone else go to the left. So
Yeah,
that we
everyone
don't
else left of the
accidentally
stairs.
take
Left of the
key.
stairs. Left of the stairs.
Yep.
Fucking.
Okay.
I need Pete. I need you down
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
It's on you, it's on me.
Go back to-
Oh,
give it to-
Pete, get out of the way.
give it to
Pete,
Pete.
go under me. Under me, Peter.
Just
Under
give it
me.
to
Under
Pete.
me.
Or do that.
Yeah.
Go. Push. Push.
Steph didn't push up.
I pushed it! I pushed it, but I was the last one!
Left.
This game
There
fucking
wasn't
sucks.
enough time for me to get through the
Will.
door!
Fine.
God.
We're gonna get so good at this.
pushed it.
We're gonna be so good at this.
We're
This
gonna
game sucks.
Banjo Kazooie this.
Very mostly positive, Steve. Fuck you.
When you say Banjo Kazooie, this
Speedrunner.
It was the worst speed run in the history of the
Still
the
a speed
website.
run.
Oh,
True.
Still a speed run.
I don't want to be last.
Go.
God, I'm lost.
I'm going
Gus,
under.
It's probably gonna give you no. Okay.
Now
Slow
we're
down,
going
Nick.
press up.
We're fine.
Everyone, just slam that up.
12 seconds left.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final
my
episode of Back
God.
Pocket Music.
Oh my god.
That was part one of this
was the
time
first.
limit bracket.
Jesus Christ, that was crazy.
Ah.
Okay.
Should we call it
What the
then?
fuck am I looking at?
Are we done?
There's only every button gives you more.
Oh, we got to press the buttons.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're all pressed.
Not quite.
Wait, there's one over there.
Someone on.
It's got to be one up high.
Oh, blue, come back. Blue, come back.
Blue,
there's
no,
definitely
there's
gonna be.
a key.
There's the key.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. We're just scouting the area.
Yeah, it was a
The
scout
time
map.
goes up. The time
Scout
goes
map.
up per buttons.
Yeah.
Scout map. Scout map. It's
You
fine.
mean you get more time every
the
time?
Yeah, it
time.
adds-
the
it adds time.
buttons
Yeah,
are
okay.
linked
So everyone
to
to the
the
left. Everyone to
time.
the left.
Well,
And
some
press.
of us.
And are we not pressing buttons, or are we pressing buttons?
We are
Good.
pressing
Moving
I need
on.
one person up here with me. I need one person up
Yeah,
here
up
with me.
you
Come
go.
up, but I
no.
can't get up.
I'm staying here.
Can't get up.
We're fucked. We're fucked.
Okay, let's start again.
No,
Flash,
stairs.
pink. Will. Oh.
We could have made stairs for the person at the bottom.
Yeah, but it's like we don't have that
Nail
much
it the
time.
first time. Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
perfect.
I think
So,
I'm the
yep,
only person.
yep.
I'm the only person that needs to go up here. Steph, go down the bottom with them.
Yeah, and now we need stairs to get to the middle part. So, yep,
One person up.
perfect. Great.
Coming back, and I have to go back.
Okay,
Ready?
we've got to.
Yep.
Oh, this is it. This is the run.
Everyone get out of my way.
Everyone move
Because
back.
otherwise I'm going to give you the key.
Everyone get
Make
out of my way.
room. Make room.
Oh my god.
For the key
That's right.
wielder.
And up.
Nick.
Up.
Nick.
Up. Nick.
Nick.
Up.
Oh, 0-0.
This is fucked.
I'm just getting the blood up. Just getting the blood up. That was great. I knew we had
Oh
that.
man.
Don't like this.
What? Oh.
Oh shit.
What are we looking at? Oh,
Oh, it's
springy.
bouncy.
Let's back
Oh,
out.
yeah. Oh, this is
easy.
all.
This is easy as fuck.
Can we bounce the top ones though?
No.
I think we need to be in
No.
doubles.
We need
Need to be on
partners.
top.
Oh, you
for
need
these
to-
ones.
I can't bounce if you're on me.
No, it needs
I
to be
can't
on
bounce
here.
if you're on me.
Yeah, it needs to be here.
Jump,
Pete, get
Gus.
on.
Jump.
Pete, get on.
Oh,
Pete,
can
get
I?
on.
Yeah, I can.
Yep.
Oh.
Wait, you can
Hang
definitely
on.
do that.
I could get it.
There. Yep,
Okay.
yep. Go.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
no.
it. The double jump.
Fuck.
It's the double jump.
Oh, is it on the side ones only? No.
Jump.
Purple's just not doing anything.
Wait,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need to. Okay, the one that I was on, we need to make 2 people stairs, and a third person can get up to that next
Or
bit.
you can jump
Pete and
off.
I got the double jump.
Yeah, the double jump works as well.
Okay.
Sorry.
So get. So
What's the
Pete,
double
get on
jump?
me and then jump. Just
Oh,
keep
shit,
jumping.
sorry.
No. Yeah, and just jump, and I'll jump. Keep doing it. Hang on.
Oh, okay, so
It's not working.
Steph,
It's not
you jump
working.
at the
There
same
it is.
time as
Yeah.
I
Oh
do.
no.
You kind of bounce, jump up.
Red,
bounce,
come
jump.
over and jump on blue.
You really time that jump. You do it. I'll jump.
The
for you.
stairs.
Yeah. There you go.
That was what I was saying.
Stairs are a more effective method for sure.
Thank you.
The bounce here. All right.
Okay, so
Okay,
blue.
yeah.
I'm gonna go right.
I'm going right. Everyone
right.
else go
Going left.
Everyone else go left, and you get the stairs shit happening. I'll get
Will and
these while
Steph
you guys
will
are.
do some.
Stairs.
Get up there. Stairs it.
We've still got to get all the other coins.
Maybe we should split it top and bottom. Top team and bottom team. That's what I reckon we do.
Oh, someone needs to. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you
Stairs.
jump.
Stairs. I am the start of the stairs. I am the start of the stairs. It has to be for
Just
the
keep
angle.
spamming jump. You can do it.
Now, yeah. Nice.
Well,
then
team
needs to-
left-hand side all sorted. Well done.
Yeah.
happening over on
Let's
team
have team
right-hand
top.
side?
Let's have team top, team bottom. Team top, team bottom. Steph is stairmaster, so 2 people. Gus and Will go stairs, and Nick and I will get all the bottom coins.
Right.
Bottom of the stairs.
Oh,
You're not
Bottom of
doing
the
it.
stairs.
we'll go around the other side. Yep. Steph, do we need to make other stairs over here now?
Yes.
Yep.
Ah!
Perfect.
Oh,
That's
that
great.
Oh,
That's great.
Jesus!
Do it. Do
No.
it. Do it.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh my god.
The key.
Key.
Oh my god.
Key door.
Door.
Door to key. Get right out of the way.
Push foot. Yep.
Stairs.
Push foot.
I love when people come
Get out
back.
of the way.
Get in. Get in.
Don't even joke.
Yeah, that one
Don't
sucks,
even
so
joke.
no one
Don't
do
even
it.
do it, Will.
Taris, thank you very
That
much.
wasn't
Thank you
even.
very much for the
That
Thank
wasn't
you very
the
much
what?
for the subs. Thank you, Taris, for the subs.
I'm already
That's keeping us
overhydrated.
together, Taris.
I'm overhydrated.
Run.
I'm so intrigued by the getting back bit because I didn't press
It's
it.
we need more
everyone's
people
got
up.
a tier-
We need
yeah,
more people.
We
We need
messed
more
this up.
people. So it's got to be one person jumps
Yep.
up per level.
Yep. Reset.
I think I'm first, so I'll stay on bottom.
Stay, yeah,
Yep.
and then jump for each level.
Yep.
Just go. Go.
You'll go. I need you all up. Yep.
Hang on.
Hang on.
Thanks. Oh,
Red, come back. Red,
yeah.
come back. Yep. Cool.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
One
And
more.
now, yep.
This is it.
You go.
This is the run. This is
We're doing
the
it.
run.
We're doing it.
This should be
We're
the
so
final
good at the
level
video
of the
game.
game.
It's working. I'm getting out of the way for the key.
Little dance.
Nice.
Gus?
Can you boot?
I mean, everyone has to
Yes?
try once.
Oh yeah, can we kick? Can we kick?
Can we kick? Oh, fine. I troll once and I'm tempted with
Get rid of
kicking.
him.
Everyone else. World clear. Done with game. Good night.
Yep. That was pretty good.
That was awesome. That was
There
awesome.
are
I enjoyed.
three
I
more.
enjoyed that very much. But it's frustrating.
That was a different experience.
in all the right ways.
Oh, there's heaps.
Little miner hats.
Shit.
Amazing.
Wow.
You jumped to the
Last
end.
one. Good. Let's do it. Well,
What the
Also,
fuck is
this
that
game, I
line?
believe, at the moment is $7.50.
Yeah, it is. What's that line?
Press the button. Press.
I think that's electricity.
it
Well,
is.
you can
No,
block.
you can jump
block.
and block.
Yeah, you
can
die.
block
Will,
the-
if
You
you
die.
jump,
If I do that,
but
I
if we
the
all
line,
push-
you can
yeah.
block it. Yeah.
If everyone
Or
walks to the right,
Whoever is in charge.
So Steph can now block it, and we all need to jump at the
Orange.
same time.
Okay.
That was
yeah,
me.
yeah,
that was
yeah.
you.
That was.
No,
one
but
jump.
orange was in my way.
No one jump except for Steph.
Purple, press the
Okay.
button. I imagine you got to press the button.
Yeah, Steph has to
Ready?
go.
Steph, hang on, you
Oh, I
got
have to
No,
press
no,
the
Steph,
button.
we got to jump. Oh, yeah, right.
Press the button. Press the button. Press the button.
Go.
Wait.
No, stay on. Oh.
So jump in 3,
Someone-
2.
Oh my
2,
god.
1.
Someone else. Oh, you can't.
Oh my god.
Nah,
I will
what
count
is
because
this?
I have the shield.
But isn't it one person at a time?
Only
It
one
has-
person needs to get
it
up.
has to
I
be.
think.
And I'm not going to be able to make the jump.
Yeah,
You got
but
to
if-
make stairs. You got to
No.
make stairs.
You can't make stairs. Wait, okay, so Steph, count us in on the jump.
Purple jump on yellow. Purple jump on yellow.
Oh, yes, that's totally yes.
Nice.
Except now go on
Oh.
now go on button. Now go
Yellow.
on
Well,
button.
that's
Now I'm going to
smart.
walk to the left and press the button.
Yes.
I don't think
I
we
don't
need
know
the
why I'm
button
pressing the
pressed.
button.
And then we push that down so that yellow
Yeah,
can
and
finally
then that
get
becomes
up.
the button
Yeah,
thingy.
the step to stand on.
Oh.
No,
Flesh, where are you going?
because yellow come back. Yellow come back.
I will.
Everyone get up except now yellow. Now Steph, you get off.
Let's go over the mountain.
Triple kill.
We thought we were so smart.
Right.
We thought we were so smart.
Got him.
Oh, amazing.
Just 3 cat things, just like straight through.
Yeah.
Oh man, we can't do this,
Get over
guys.
that mountain.
We're not smarter than this.
There's no time
Get
limit.
over the mound.
But how
This
does-
is where I'm confused. Purple
Yeah.
gets down and we're stuffed. Oh, go. That's what the button's for, and not pushing the cube off. Maybe.
What about pressing the button? Does the box bounce up into the,
box
beam as well?
bounces.
Does
Yes.
it do something? Hop off, Steph. Maybe.
Yeah.
And press the and walk over. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah.
It turns it off? Yeah, it does. But
Makes it hop.
Does
I mean-
one better. So that'll bounce someone up. So
Yeah. Walk.
no.
It's on. How do I get it off? It's on me.
It bounces. Carry it on your head.
Yeah, can you carry the cube over to the button?
Oh yeah, Will press the button and Steph run under it.
Yep.
And then
So Steph keep running under it, and then walk to the left.
oops, sorry.
Yeah. Just once. Yep. Press the button.
And now Will don't press it. Walk over. Now Steph walk over the button.
yeah.
I have to get in underneath.
Steph, can you jump with that on you?
Not how it's
Damn
done.
it.
But yep. Nice. No.
Oh, I think it fucked up.
We're too far. Yeah.
I don't know if there's a world where Will gets on the other side of Steph because he needs to get on the other side, right? Steph then can then get.
I can get on the other side of Will.
Then Steph can stand on. Yeah. Can you?
Steph can
Yeah.
use the cube to jump
Yeah.
up. Okay, cool.
You need to.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Now Steph. Oh yeah. But how does
No,
Will
if you
get up?
send Will up on the cube, he'll die.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not. But
Maybe-
Steph
maybe
can stand
with-
on the cube now instead of the other thing. But Will still can't make that jump unless you share the cube. Will can't
The
get.
three of us are just on the other side.
I know. Steph,
Yeah.
bounce the box and let Will get underneath it. Will, you got to get past it. Keep bouncing it off him, and you keep just moving. Right? Yep. Cool. Now, Steph, you
Do
can
that,
jump
just-
onto the box, but you got to move it way closer to the wall where you could both make the jump up. So one cat with the way.
Steph just jumps on.
Okay,
Will
now
can-
Will
yeah.
jumps up. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes.
And now Steph makes
Nice.
the jump.
Now
Good
Steph can
work.
jump up.
Yeah.
And
But-
also,
Then Will jumped into the beam.
But then how do we get the key?
Well,
Then you
we'll
just
do a
jump on
stack,
top.
and you do the jumping. You're
How
the-
can
How
someone?
did
Yeah,
we do
okay.
this in the first place?
So who's yellow?
Oopsie.
Gus is.
Well, it doesn't matter now.
Should we call it there?
Let's just finish
I
this
think
one,
so.
and then
I
we're
think
good.
so.
Finish this one.
We
finish
got
one.
this, right? We
Yeah.
got this far. We just need to finish
Okay,
this
on
one.
3, a celebratory jump. 1, 2, 3. Just me.
Well, I got
Are
protected
we
by the.
are we genuinely giving up on this level? We were so close.
we've got the solution. It was just me jumping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we have the solution?
Yeah,
we did.
Steph,
Yeah,
Steph
we
just
totally
needed to
did.
jump
We
on
got
my
everyone
head
up there.
and then
Yeah.
get the key.
How did we get up?
So Steph jumps on
Steph jumps
yellow.
on yellow.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then 3 of us get up.
And One of us
don't move.
Yep. Pushes the cube down.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Nick, there we go.
There we go. We go up here.
Now I go back.
That brick can stay where it is, but Steph move left and Gus move right.
Yep.
Steph maybe jump off left. Yeah. And now
get the cube under me, so Steph has to go.
No, Steph goes back and jumps on the button to activate the cube. So
the cube needs to be like far enough away, and the yellow needs to be on the other side of the cube, I think.
Or you could do a perfect jump up together right now. Both jumping left to right onto the cube.
Keep pressing the button, and I'll. Oh.
I don't know if you're going to get it away from the wall. Oh, you can walk it away from the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now Steph, jump it again. No, not that far. Not that far. You want to be only one width of you away from that wall.
I can push it. I can push it. Just be on the right side of it.
That's true. Yeah.
Just get on the right side of it.
No, sorry. Go again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Steph, push it.
Perfect. This is it.
So Steph jumps up.
You jump up. Yep. And then jump across. Now Steph jumps across. Oh, perfect. That was close.
Didn't know what was happening there.
Okay, Steph, we can jump up onto my head.
Yep.
Steph, jump up and then onto my head.
Yep.
And now jump and get the key.
Anyone. Hang on, I'll jump up. I
reckon Steph can get that key though. Yeah. Oh, yep. Nice.
We did it.
Heroes. We technically finished the game.
Finish the game.
Did it. Okay. And
uninstall.
Was it?
Angry Games.
Merch edition.
Merch edition.
Peanut.
Oh, I punched my chair. I got so angry.
Alt F4.
Can you play? Do you have to play it with 5 people? Can you play it with less?
No, so it's dynamic.
Yeah.
Based on how many players are in there. How cool is that?
Nick and I did that first level the exact same, but the gap was smaller so we could make it as 2 people and that kind of thing.
Very cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
2 to 8 player, which is very, very cool.
That's incredible. I'm very impressed.
So get angry with as many friends as you want.
Thank you very much to Crossbuns for the 5 tier 1 subs. They're probably gifting them.
I love how that comes up in chat now. That's so great.
Like, you did it. You got through that game. Very
Look
cool.
At the celebration.
Pico Park. $7.50 on Steam right now. Play it with people who you don't plan on having long-term relationships with.
I like that though, because we've so far every time we played like a party game, it gives a different energy. Like there's competitiveness. There was the teams that we did with the block wrestling game that was fun. That was a different energy that we have not had on this show before.
Yeah,
well, it's 100%.
Yeah.
I don't want it back,
if someone in
but
front
we've
of
had
you,
it now.
If someone in front of you stops moving, you can't move them. If someone stands on you, you can't jump. Like so much of your actions are impacted by what everyone else is doing around you.
It's mall escalator simulator. If someone's in front of you, you can't move them. If you try jumping on them, you get asked to leave the mall or the shopping center.
I believe everyone does need to own the game to play it. Ask Mage Skyfire.
Yeah.
So that is it for Back Pocket tonight. Thank you very much to everyone in the chat watching right now. And thank you to everyone who is watching this on YouTube. There are thousands of people who watch this on YouTube every week that we never see live here, who don't get to experience this live as it happens. So we want to notice you too and say thank you very much for watching the show. A massive thank you to our mods for keeping this place such a wonderful, lovely community. I don't know how many people they ban, but I don't think it's that many. And I think that's a testament. What?
I think they could have banned 5 people here tonight, and it would have been us.
That's true. Those mods are Gat, Syntax Error, Kit Carnage, Liz Dahlia, Sithcat, Phoenix Align, Disturbed, Jex, Caboose, and What the Shark. You see Will here, of course. Behind the scenes, we got Big Ben working tirelessly to bring you the socials, and we love the work that Big Ben does there as well. A massive thank you to everyone who contributes to our Patreon. Without you, this show doesn't continue. So thank you so much for contributing financially to the show. If you can't contribute financially, we just want you to contribute with your eyeballs by supporting us, by sharing the show with people that you love, by going to @PocketVids on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to follow us there. But a massive thank you to our top Stitcher patrons. You know who you are, but we're going to shout out who you are because the WebM seems to be working fine now. So it is the man who is all knees. It's Oranishi. A big thank you to MasonNotNathan, and don't you fucking forget it, Will. Happy birthday to SlowPonk. Hope it's a great one like always. We've got LokiCat. He knows what he did, and he knows what I did today, and that's forget it. No one invokes his name. It's Raj. Thank you very much to Raj. When you want to see sue the Lord, call Akarash from Akarash and Buzzard. It's Avex Destiny 2 companion app ear. Look out, Nicrotex. She's in your blanket right now. Thank you very much for that. No one puts him in a box and then puts that
Did
box
we miss Camo?
in a box. Did we miss Camo? Oh, well, thank you. We got Camo. Look out, it's
We
Camo.
missed Camo because it was camouflage.
He didn't see him right there.
You can't see him.
It's there. The literal ray of sunshine in all of our lives. It's Coastal City. A big thank you. We're catching up. Boxy, Coastal City.
Your list is in a different order.
No, I didn't. I missed Camo, and then you went
And
back.
Boxy?
That's all. No, I said Boxy, but that was
Okay,
when
right.
you were like, you missed Camo. So it's just the one.
The WebM is not the issue.
Thank you to Coastal City, the literal ray of sunshine in all our lives.
It was Raja's fault.
Kung Pooby.
There he is.
Kung Pooby. The Vega Bus isn't just coming, it's here. Thank you very much, Vega Bucks. Hey, Timothy. Hey, Timothy. It's Jep. It's a Jep thing. Did you hear he bought a Jep? Oh, she's in a Jep. And finally, Evil Spy Boy. We used to be sponsored by Good Spy Boy, but something terrible happened to him. I wonder who did. Speaking of devilish, stick around for the post show.
Flawless.
As always. Stick around for the post show as sponsored by Raj. Thank you very much, Raj, for this. There's Will. We'll see you in the post show. You saw a trailer for the post show earlier. Will made that. You'll see the
What's
shirts.
going to happen this week? We just don't know.
You'll see the shirts that we made pop up on Redbubble very soon. You can go to backpocket.gg and find the link to our merch store down the bottom of that page. And for all the patrons, a reminder, if you want that donut t-shirt, it is a Patreon exclusive. You have to be signed up to the Wear Back tier, and you have, we think, potentially a month and a half to sign up to that tier to get that shirt. But to be very safe, upgrade
7
your tier in
days?
the next week to be able to get that shirt. So before next Thursday, you should be totally fine. All right, it's been a big show, and we've got more post-show coming up. So, in the words of myself, let's back it out.
Gus?
A man walks into a Greek tailor.